and to console each other.
Hello. I am sorry, but I must interrupt this show. Later, you know what it is. Hey, Ham Solo. It's time, baby. Low. Let's turn out we do. Hey. They said we said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said we go. We say that you heard right. 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 They said we said we in. They said we said we on. They said we said strong. They said we said go. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you heard right. We say that you man. I swear that it's imminent. I've been going so hard on my penmanship. About to go in and buy me a whip. And I pull that shit fresh off the dealership. I can leave you in red like an Xbox. Got me laughing at you like you red fox. Got you chasing Hot Wheels like a matchbox. EA running the game and it don't stop. Super cold like I'm playing for Blizzard. Got you all in my sights like Red Dead Redemption. Never gonna slip on my pimpin'. Better get out my way, bitch. I'm on a mission. Really ain't no competition. I'm steady grilling opposition. I'm get up and ready to win. They can play it how they play, but fuck what you say. I'm getting this money today. Last of us like a dying breed. Down the ride like a noble steed. Fatality moves, I make it bleed. That's on any game, that's on any screen. Shut up and give me your money. They said we so lit. Even if I take an L, we coming back just to show that we don't quit. They said we lit. They said we said we on. They said we said we strong. They said we said go.
God, I fucking love that intro.
It's pretty good.
I fucking love that
pretty
intro.
Good. It's pretty good. And it's not just because you made it, Ham, but it's very good. It's very good. Greetings and salutations, ladies and gentlemen.
Man,
welcome
look
to the
how good
64th.
Loc looks today. Look at this. Like, look at that. I'm so proud of his internet today, man. It's coming through something fierce right now.
All right. Settle down. Settle down. Greetings.
I can tell P. Diddy is not in Africa. There is no disruption.
I don't want to be on camera when you say, what did you just, dude?
I'm just saying there is no disruption in the service. It seems like a clear feed.
Oh my Lord. Listen, if you're trying to make me not bring up the whole Sweet Baby thing, I promise, as long as you don't bring him up, I won't bring up the whole other thing as well. Because, dude, I did some very light reading and watching before the show started, and I'm disgusted with myself. I need to clear my browser history. It's been a terrible last 30 minutes. That's all I will say about that. I know. No, it hasn't. It really. I want to thank all of you. Dude, I'd rather listen to Jim Ryan. You can play Jim Ryan for the next hour, dude. There's nothing you can do, Ham, that'll be worse than what I just saw. There's nothing, bro.
Okay.
Mr. Matt Likes Games says, yo, welcome in. Yes, Sensei, I'm looking crisp. I am looking live. I'm looking like I'm back in civilization. It's been a minute.
I'm not sure if not saying yo to say what's up, or if he's saying yo because of what's kind of been in the news today.
Oh, okay. Just
I'm just saying there's a lot of coverage today, and it ain't got nothing to do with games. I can tell you that
Man. Francis Scott Key Bridge situation is crazy. It felt so Hollywood. What is the Francis Scott Key Bridge situation? What is that? Ham? Are you aware of this?
I'm making a mistake right now.
What's the mistake?
Oh wait, no. The Francis Scott Key Bridge. I think that is that bridge I got ran into by the cargo ship, right?
Dude, I'd rather even talk about that. It's fine. We can even talk about that. Just don't talk about anything.
You know what? That's question.
What? Any exciting? Oh my God, Matt! I will ban your ass. All right. And I know I sent the link to this podcast on the TSWS group. Don't you dare come in here talking about this music industry stuff. All right. This guy. Richie, I saw the thing about the bridge. That is wild. Lots of conspiracy theories going around there. Ham, do you have a conspiracy theory I think it was just a mistake, dude. Human error. Someone didn't do their job. That's all that happened. In my opinion.
That's what it kind of seems like. I mean, I don't know what would be so conspiracy about a fucking boat running into a bridge.
Get this off the screen, man. What the hell? Yeah. Dude, let's talk about the bridge. Let's talk about sports. Let's talk about movies. Let's talk about anything. Today, let's leave the music industry out of it.
You know what's really cool about sports?
What?
Is if you ever get lost, there's usually an usher somewhere. Tell you what to do, where to go. I'm just saying, you know.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
There's some stuff. There are things in place in the world that help the world move around.
All right. Tombo 901. Jesus, Ham's trying to trigger me. I just came back. Ham's trying to trigger me. Imagine you go to Common for work and the bridge isn't there anymore. That's some wild stuff. Like, if there's ever an excuse not to go to work. Did anyone die? I just saw the video. Have there any deaths or just?
I think there was like 20 people. Like there was like a certain amount of people missing.
Yeah,
but it wasn't like crazy amount of casualties. But I mean, any casualties is bad, you know.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. We hope those people are found. Our hearts go out to them and their families. Stanley Francis.
Our hearts go out to a lot of folks today.
My God,
there's a lot of victims.
Jesus Christ. You know what? You want to talk about the whole P. Diddy thing? Just fucking do it. Just do it.
No. Let's go to gaming right now. Let's keep it gaming right now, Lord. Right? Keep it gaming or keep it moving, right?
Let's freaking do that. Actually, no. Before we do that, Russell Wilson. This is the first time I've actually gotten a chance to talk to you about it. Russell Wilson to the Steelers. Is Mike Tomlin going to win a Super Bowl now? Another Super Bowl. Sorry.
I don't think Russell Williams is going to start. I think Matt was even talking about that. I think Justin Fields might start. Yeah,
but Tomlin says that Wilson's like the number one right now in camp.
Oh, did he say that?
Yes, he did say that.
Well, that's interesting. I think they're just doing that as like safety protocol, more or less. Like, he's number one because he has the
seniority experience.
Yeah, he's led a team through the Super Bowl and stuff like that. But like,
after a couple
old
of
dudes more, if Justin Fields more, talented, then they're not going to be stupid.
I don't think he's more talented. I just think he has a bigger runway in front of him. I think Wilson is very close to the end, and Fields is still kind of, young. He still has at least like 8 or 7 years. So maybe the coaches can lie to themselves and be like, oh, maybe something can happen. Oh my God, Matt, what are you doing in the comments? Get out of the comments, Matt. Good riddance, Russ. My Broncos are gonna be good now. I don't know, man. I don't know. Broncos, I think they're still gonna be shit. The defense is solid, but that offense, I'm not convinced. So Ham, back to my original question. Do you think these additions of Wilson and Fields are significant enough that the Steelers will make the Super Bowl?
We're still not talking about gaming. That's great.
Come on, man.
Let's see. I mean, I think it'll be significant for sure. I mean, they went a whole season without any quarterback and still did pretty well, to be honest. So I wouldn't be surprised if this
without any quarterback. Damn, yeah, no respect for Kenny Pickett. Zero.
None. No.
Wow.
No. Right. Like, I'm not saying he's not talented, because you got to be talented to be a pro. But I'm just saying he's just not that guy. There's nothing. I'm not saying he doesn't deserve a job in the NFL. I'm just saying guy to. To me, he has like he has that like Nick Foles kind of energy where I feel like he would do really well if he was, you know, the backup that had to come in the season and like make a difference. But like if he's being relied upon as the main guy going forward, it's like good luck.
It's not gonna end well. It's not gonna end.
Yeah, I can see him coming in mid-season and taking the team to the rest of the season though, like something like that.
Yeah.
I just really couldn't see him starting off the season and being just as fire at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna go well. They got better QBs than last year, right? Yes. I think we can all agree.
Yeah, Maddox was shit and Pickett. And
yeah,
Maddox was like a backup when he got to the NFL, and Pickett was just like the hometown hero. So,
man, he had some potential. Anyways, let's get into the video games. Before we get into the games, the news. Ham, what you been playing? What you been playing this past week?
Other than being at PAX and playing a bunch of random games.
Please give us your breakdown of PAX, your PAX experience, man. Go ahead.
My PAX experience was amazing. Like meeting people in person was really cool. Yep. So seeing like Lemon, the Iron Lords, even seeing a few PlayStation people like Jay Bahari and Persona was interesting. You know,
seeing them hang out with King David for me was like, the fuck? What's going on here?
Yeah, it's kind of a telling sign of how valid BS can be, right?
Yeah,
So like, it was nice though being able to like see everybody in person and you know get the real person that's in front of me instead of, you know, kind of what goes on the internet sometimes. You know, right? We all shared a beer, shared a drink, talked for a little while, kicked it. Settle differences, stuff like that. You know, it wasn't anything crazy or like, you know, kind of wild. Like, there's nothing really wild going on. It was just like everybody just kind of kicking back and having a good time, enjoying their time outside of their own city and stuff like that. Nobody was from Boston. I think there was maybe one person that lived out near that way that was as with the group. I'm not gonna dox them and throw them out there, but like I think there's like maybe one person that was like from around that area that I knew. It was good meeting like Hargeet as well. I got to see him in person. Of course, like I said, everybody with like lordsofgaming.net and ILP. I seen Snowbike Mike out there. Miles Dompierre. He used to work for Windows Central, but now he's working with that Killer Clown from Outer Space team and whatnot. I think he's doing like the marketing for that game and stuff like that. So it was pretty cool seeing all those people, but it was also really cool seeing the developers. Like, they're just like us, you know. I mean, they're fans at the end of the day. So when I ended up following some of them and like you know, getting email numbers or not emails and like phone numbers and whatnot from certain people, and it was pretty cool checking their stories out later on Twitter and stuff like that, how they were taking pictures with developers. They looked just as geeked as I was when I took a picture with them, you know. So I mean, it's all the same for everybody. Everybody's in this everybody's in the gaming space because they're fans of gaming first, and then, you know, maybe workers after or something like that, you know. So it's cool. Yeah. The best games, or some of the best games that I've seen there, because I'm probably gonna miss a couple because there's a lot of really cool games out there. But I really like this game called Enter the Chronosphere. Also, this game called Kill Them All, which is like a Doom game that's mixed with Vampire Survivors. So that game gets extremely addictive. There's also this game that I got this little little prize right here with called
Closer to
Big
the
Boy
screen.
Boxing.
Hold on, let me see.
Yeah, Big Boy Boxing.
Okay.
That dude, the developer there is his name is Ivan. Super dope dude. I actually interviewed him about 2 different games that he had taken part in helping developing. And probably the most probably the most expensive game that I've seen that was there, other than maybe Path of Exile, was Dune Awakening. And I met the crew that are working on that, and they took me to a private room. No Diddy.
They did what?
They took me to a private room.
Room.
I said no Diddy. They took me to a
okay.
private room. No Diddy.
All right, I'm just checking.
And there are other people in the room and whatnot. They just showed me like what's been going on with that game, how it looks, what to expect gameplay wise, the loop about it and stuff like that. And some of that was still under NDA. So like they just couldn't show it on like the main floor and stuff like that. They didn't want to like just let people record and stuff like that. So I had to, it was a little bit of Diddy rules, though, no phones up in here. Bro.
Yo, can we stop? Oh my goodness. I like Stanley's reaction. No Diddy. All right.
No Diddy.
Okay. Good. Continue.
But yeah, there's that game is extremely ambitious. I know a lot of you guys that have been rocking with me for a while heard me talk about Ark Survival Evolved. Pal World was pretty dope, but this new Dune game looks like it's gonna be the most ambitious survival game that I've ever seen in my life. Just for the fact of all the things that they're adding to the game, how they're trying to intertwine PvP, PvE, how you work together within your your confines and your clan and stuff like that. It's gonna be wild. It's gonna be really wild. So keep a lookout for that game. I will be talking to them here in the next few days just to kind of figure out what I can all talk about and show to make it appropriate. And they also had some stuff to give me for when I go to actually post it. So just keep a lookout for that. That's all I really got to say though. But as for what I've been playing lately, I've been playing 2K24 with Matt still, but the main course of what I've been playing, where the meat and potatoes are, is Dragon's Dogma by far. I got it on PC. The game runs terrible inside the city. It's like really fucking bad the way it runs inside the city, but outside the city where you do like 99% of your fighting and stuff like that, where the frame rate and stuff actually matters, it's as good as it looks on the screen right now. I mean, it looks phenomenal. It plays great. It's very interactive. It's not like this is probably the most fun single player game I've played this year. I feel like I gotta separate things because I'd say this year has started out pretty good.
Yeah, there's a chance it might be 2023.
Like Helldivers was really good. Pal World, I enjoyed that game even though I don't play it as much anymore, but there's still a lot of charm and a lot of reason to go back to that in the future, especially if they like do any kind of do any updates for it. Stellar Yams is right around the corner. That game looks pretty hot. Yeah, Dragon's Dogma looks pretty good. I mean, am I missing anything?
From the big hitters, no. I don't think so.
No, I am missing something. Apparently, what? Final Fantasy is really good too. Like that's a game that I haven't even touched or got to play or anything like that. And I'm not really a Final Fantasy fan, so like I'm the worst person to ask about that. But like even
quality is quality,
great numbers.
Dude. Quality is quality.
Yeah. Exactly. Quality is quality, and there's been And we're only at the end of March, and there's a lot still to come out. I mean, we talked about 2023 last year about how crazy that was. This year started out crazier, to be honest. If I'm being honest, this year has looked better
or better
than last year was at this time.
Yeah.
I've been much more busy regularly this year than I was last year at this time. It was like cool because it was like, oh, Hi-Fi Rush, right?
Yeah, then there was a pause.
And then maybe Forspoken, right?
Settle down. Well,
Forspoken wasn't like
enough with your DEI
I'm not saying
rubbish.
That, I'm not saying
no,
Forspoken
it wasn't
was
even
like,
good.
I'm not saying Forspoken was even a great game. I'm just saying like that was
not
like
even
one
good.
of the games that was available, and it was like, oh, we're starting out the year decent.
All right.
We got Forspoken, and we got Hi-Fi Rush, and we ended the previous year with what was it? Like High on Life and stuff like that.
All right.
So it was just like it was all right rolling through, but like this year is like
you are reaching, brother.
I am. I'm having to reach because everybody.
No, 2020 was phenomenal, and there's no need to be dragging the dredges of 2023 to say it was a great year. It wasn't that bad.
No, 2023 was phenomenal, but I'm just kind of comparing and contrasting because I feel like we did that a lot last year.
The first 3 months. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, because everybody was talking. Remember, everybody was talking about last year how it was the greatest year in gaming, and I was like, "Yo, y'all need to slow down." And like, but everybody was saying it's the greatest year in gaming, and I'm like, "Yo, like this year is already better than last year."
For the first 3 months, I think we can agree. As far as the rest of the month, the rest of the year, we'll see. Dron TJ, thank you so much for the member chat. Says, hi guys, Sony needs to be bought by Tencent. LOL. Okay. Dron TJ,
shout out to Dron TJ. What's cracking, brother?
Coming through here with a super chat as well. Thank you so much. Says Xbox should get the marketing rights for GTA 6. Xbox.
That'd be hot.
They can't even get the marketing rights for Xbox.
Oh, stop.
All right? That's how bad they are at marketing. Before you even go to third party, try marketing yourself, dude. Try that.
I mean, I kind of agree. They need to market their own shit better,
bro. Dude, not even their games. Forget marketing your game. Market this damn thing. This. No. Make us care for this.
Stop marketing.
Make us aware. Make us aware of this.
Stop.
God damn it, Ham. You know what I mean. You know what I mean, Ham. Get off my ass. All right. No Diddy. Anyways, you know what? We're probably gonna make that a trend on the show. Fuck it.
Yeah. Hashtag no Diddy.
Hashtag no Diddy. Welcome in the legendary Yobi, Mr. Joanna Duck, my brother in Kojima, Sir X-Man, blah, blah, blah.
Every time.
Who else came in? Sarge. Welcome in, Sergeant Sentinel Gaming. Rachie, we done talked to you already. Dron TJ with another super chat. Thank you so much. Says, it's okay, my little pony Texan Loke. It's okay. I know you're not happy. Sony's killing themselves. LOL. Dude, if it's a competition to the bottom, Xbox finally has something that they're leading in. All right? They're number one. If it's a race to the bottom, they're killing it. No one can compete with Xbox. Well,
I don't know what you are complaining about when it comes to Xbox.
Man, they don't want us to have fit women. Anyways, let's get to the topics. Hey, shit, I didn't even say what I've been playing.
I don't know. I don't know how true that is because remember, Stellar Blade was coming to Xbox and
that's
Sony
why
took
it's
it
not
away.
coming to Xbox. Nope. Probably Xbox was like, nah. We don't really want y'all.
That doesn't sound right though, because why would Sony pay?
Come on.
Why would Sony pay?
It's a conspiracy. Just go with it. All right.
No, I'm not gonna go with it. Fuck you.
Damn it. Damn it. Listen.
Fuck your conspiracy.
Listen. Fine. Maybe we can stretch it out to Sony paid for it, or Sony offered to pay for it, and the developers of Stellar Blade were like, Microsoft, you guys have a counter offer, and they were like, a super fit woman doesn't really go with our vibe on Xbox.
I think this is just
We're
one
not
of those
into that.
things to complain about something for Xbox. Like, I'm just not buying it.
All right.
I'm not buying it. I feel like if Xbox seen a game that had a super sexy chick, but they knew it was going to sell, they'd sell it. Like, people need to cut it out.
Sensei, you need to stop looking at my background.
And plus, with
That's what
all
you need to stop doing.
and plus with all the games that have character creator,
Yeah,
you think they're stopping? Oh yeah, the RPGs, we gotta tone that down a little bit. No, like no, I could still see some ass on the RPGs and stuff like that. Like, I don't know what people are talking about. It's all good.
Some yams. Mr. Joanna Doug, you will notice that none of the topics include this specific segment. I'm just having a laugh. I think I'm allowed to do that. So X-Men, Sony can't even afford to pay Bungie the money they owe them. I don't know about that. I don't know how true that is. Xbox isn't satisfied, been shooting itself on the foot anymore. It has to saw its leg slowly now. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Ron TJ with another super chat. Okay, we need to start the show. All right, we appreciate super chats. But y'all need to let us do the damn show. All right, it's so much fun making Loke mad. So, Ham. It's so. Thank you so much, Ron TJ. It's so much fun making Loke mad. Soccer Manager is garbage. Metal Gear Solid is also garbage.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah,
Loke, let's move on.
Because I will fight you, Ron TJ. I will fight you. You know this. Anyway, let's start the show. Let's start the topics. Let's take the topics. First, we have Black Panther and Captain America game launches next year. This is Amy Hennig's upcoming Marvel game. Now has an official title: 1943, Rise of Hydra. Ham, would you mind playing the trailer in the article? Just scroll down, and I think we've all seen it.
I'm trying to
play it for those.
Did you already send it to me?
Yes.
Is it the first one?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, good. I am working
Vincent Vega. Welcome in, Vince. Just in time for the topics. All right.
No, this is.
He doesn't like the preamble. Stuff. God damn it, Ham.
Where'd you
Not
send
to
it?
your DM. I sent it to the TSWS group.
Oh.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
I did. Just scroll up from me and Matt's discussion on the backlogs, because me and him like went into.
Lee, you guys had a discussion.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
I'm seeing Stellar Blade demo. That's the first one on there. Baldur's Gate.
It's not. Go above Vince Carter.
Oh my goodness, you guys are out. You guys are ridiculous.
Yeah. Me and Matt really went into it. Scroll down.
Y'all need to have a conversation somewhere else next time.
It just happened. You don't like hanging out with people when you like just talking about video games and you're not doing it for, I don't know, the clouds or whatever. That's what happened. I put the topics up. Matt starts going. I start going, and then it got out of control. Anyways, please scroll down on that link. There's a trailer there. So X-Men says 1943 is gonna be hot. Let's see the trailer.
Yeah, I'm muting that joint.
Yeah. Nope. I don't think you can listen to the audio.
No, but it looks clean.
It does.
It looks extremely clean. I was surprised by that. And like the way I kind of got the vibe off of this game was this is why I don't like Kill the Justice League. This is because what they're doing and the way they're making this game look is like an actual story compared to Kill the Justice League, which just seems like arcade madness.
and just trying to guide me to the microtransactions after the very tepid campaign.
Right. This game actually looks like, yo, like I'm gonna be Black Panther and I'm gonna feel like Black Panther.
Yeah, and they have the classic Black Panther suit with the little cape. This makes me want to go back and read the old Black Panther comics.
It just looks good. I don't know how else to put it. It just looks like almost like a movie, right? And
the cutscene parts, right?
Yeah, and for superhero games, I think that makes sense, right?
The story is crucial for superheroes.
It is. It really is, because like without the story, there'd be no game.
Yep. Oh wow, that looked very nice.
Yeah,
now I just need to see gameplay. That's why I was a bit iffy on Sir X-Men's assertion. Because
right, so like yeah, there's still more to see for this game to be given the flowers that we think it may deserve.
Yeah. Like, we know the story is going to be serviceable. We know this,
which is nice, because we don't always know that.
Yeah. Like, at least we know Amy Hennig is not going to do us like whatever happened with Kill the Justice League. At the very least, whatever is going to be happening in the background, we're going to care, and it's not going to be disrespectful.
I hope they don't do what they did in Spider-Man 2 and try to popularize the side characters.
Oh,
kind of like they did with like Mary Jane and whatnot. Like, it's just like,
you see,
they're not the superheroes. You know what I mean?
Like, you see these two ancillary characters on the edge, like this, the dude, the black dude right next to Black Panther, and the black chick next to Captain America.
Right.
Like, I'm not going to appreciate if I have to play as those characters.
I'm not sure if it bothers me if I have to play as them as much as I don't want them like seeming as well-rounded, or like having the ability to take down soldiers with the ease that like Black Panther or Captain America should. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when they gave Mary Jane that web gun, it was just like, why do we
like a taser,
Spider-Man
right? Let her do it. I mean, she has the brains he lacks, right? So just give us a Mary Jane game. Would you play a Mary Jane game?
No, that sounds terrible.
What are you talking about? I would play a Mary Jane game.
I'm sure you would.
I'd do it, just for the
sure
ESG score
you
alone.
Talk about how bad Spider-Man is, but you would love a Mary Jane game.
You know what? There's something I can respect about this cover here. No, I'm serious. There's something I can respect about this cover. If this is the cover, right? And then they give us these 4 characters on the screen, and then you have to play as each one of those 4. That's kind of fair, because they're telling you it's not like the Black Panther game. It's not the Captain America game. It's Marvel 1943, Rise of Hydra. You know what I mean? It does what it says on the box. So that's kind of fair, if we're being honest. That's kind of fair. Ham, Joanna Duck puts a good question here. What if this is a Telltale game? I would be happy with it. I love Telltale games.
I'd be less interested in it, but I'd still give it a try. I just don't think it'd be a $70 game for me at that point.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot to ask me to watch them do the cool stuff.
Oh, come on. Dude, did you not play the Batman Telltale game?
No, I didn't.
You were missing
I'm not saying
out.
I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like when I boot up a Batman game, I want to be hitting the buttons to swing with them.
Trust me, dude. Trust me. When you play that game, you will feel like Batman. Trust me. They did a good job. The same way when you play like The Wolf Among Us, you do feel like Bigby. The Telltale games are very well written. Have you played the Wolf Among Us?
Mm-mm.
Borderlands, the Telltale game.
I played some of that. Yeah.
Some of it, and
Yeah, I didn't play all of it.
You
I
didn't
played
feel
some.
motivated to finish it.
No. Because
That
at the
is
time I was playing
wild.
At the time I was actually playing Borderlands.
Oh, look at this guy! I was actually playing Borderlands. I
No,
wasn't
like
watching.
it, like it was when I bought the collection. So it was like I had the Telltale games available, but
Yeah.
I really bought the collection to play too.
Okay. Boogeyman, welcome in, welcome in. No, Rachie, this would not be considered woke because Battlefield is based on real world events. Marvel is not. Would you play a Mary Jane game if they give me that OP taser? I would play it, dude. For the ESG score alone. All right. I'm trying to quit my job and do this full time. So I would play as Mary Jane. I do it just for the ESG to be like, yo, TSWS, here's a couple bucks. All right. Mary Jane went to college to be an actress. You know that, right? And you know what? Women can do everything men can do and better. All right. So she can be an actress, a reporter, a superhero. All right. She can do it. She can do everything. Sergeant agrees with you, Ham. You'd be less interested. Still waiting for the Wolf Among Us 2 is apparently coming out next year. Yeah. Thank you. Yobi agrees with me. Ham, go and get you some Batman. It's good. Like really, really good.
Yeah, he said he's mad he didn't get another season.
Yeah, they stopped. They didn't give us another season, and it ends very well. They did a very good job of that game. Wolf Among Us is god tier. I know, dude. Someone just needs to convince Ham to. You know what, Ham? I have a question. Look at this shit. Woke 7. All right. Y'all are getting out of hand. Vincent, I thought me and you were friends.
That's amazing. I love it.
That's fucked up. This is from me defending Sweet Baby. It's cool. Whatever though. Whatever. Ham, if I got you the Wolf Among Us, would you play it?
At this very moment, not at this very moment, but would I play it eventually? Yeah. I'm just like knee deep in Dragon's Dogma. There is nothing else I'm probably really gonna play until Stellar Blade comes out, and then when Stellar Blade comes out, there's nothing I'm really gonna probably play until I beat that game, and then depending on where I'm at with Dragon's Dogma, there still isn't anything I'll be able to play until after. I think after I get done playing the Senua game, that I'd have time to play Wolf Among Us.
That's coming out in May, right?
Yeah, it comes out like the end of May.
I don't know. Man.
So like after that, then I think I'd be down to play Wolf Among Us.
If I'm not done with Stellar Cheeks, by the time Senua comes out, you're gonna have to play Senua's saga for the channel because I'm sticking with Stellar Cheeks to the very end. That's what I'm doing. Imagine Mary Jane teams up with Solid Snake and becomes the new. That's not even funny.
I hated that comment.
That's not even funny.
Dark, I hate you.
What?
That sounds terrible.
That sounds horrible. And I'm woke 7. Everyone knows I'm woke 7, but that's a bit much. So, exaggerating it. And then the country whose commandos actually did that in World War II were not happy to see that the event was changed. What is even happening? Oh, okay. Talking about Battlefield. Yeah. The Battlefield thing. Not cool. Iron Lord Ham Solo Hammerthy. You slightly brushed over your interaction and meeting with the Iron Lords. Tell us what that was like. Give us as much detail as possible.
There was a lot to learn from them. Like really, they were an amazing tool of knowledge of how to conduct yourself within the confines of like developers, but also how to kind of keep your eye on the prize, be cautious with what you say, but still be confident at the same time. So there was a lot of learning that I got from pretty much all of them. It was interesting watching how they move, and they move really fast, and they're very prepared when they're want to do stuff and how they have stuff sorted out. So it just kind of showed me after hanging out with them that there's a lot more that goes on behind the scenes than you think. A lot of work. It's a lot of work.
Speaking of work,
I was able to keep up a little bit, but they definitely were much more comfortable than I was. Yeah.
Yeah, you'll get better with time and repetition. Speaking of work, I have some sad news to share. I got an email because I told you, right? And I've been open about it with everyone that I'm looking for like remote work within gaming. I got an email and it looked like something solid. And then I found out it was a fucking scam, dude.
Oh no.
I'm just like, how do people find the time to be doing this? Like setting up entire websites, email chains and all that just to scam people. That is, and who's still falling for it? All I'm saying is that kind of, it ruined my oats today before the whole Diddy thing. It did ruin my oats. Stellar Blade is what? Containing the dreams and hopes of many. Okay. Containing, maybe that's what you want to say. Kotaku needs people who write game guides. Kotaku, they don't really like me. I don't think the people there would hire me.
You should
they're not about that.
You should rock with what we'll talk after the show. I got a couple questions for you.
After the show. All right. Good luck to Marvel 1943 Rise of Hydra. It's looking good as far as story and graphics. Now we just need some gameplay to see what the loop is. But so far, looking good. Next, we have Dragon's Dogma. Capcom responds to Dragon's Dogma 2 microtransactions backlash. Capcom has already responded to the backlash against Dragon's Dogma 2 microtransactions, but it's doing little to appease fans. Instead, Capcom has simply reminded players that the items in the store can also be found in-game, even as many make it clear they don't want any microtransactions in a single-player game like Dragon's Dogma 2. Amity, without going too much into how those work, Sexman, that's a good idea, but would you click on it like on a daily basis? Would you be interested? Ham, you've been playing Dragon's Dogma.
Yeah, I've been playing.
So let's get it from the horse's mouth or from the bot's mouth, since you're not a pawn. From the bot's mouth.
What are you trying to get?
First off, does this game have microtransactions?
From what I noticed, no. I don't see any microtransactions, but it could be like offline right now. I think that'd be a better question for Matt. I wish Matt was here right now. I don't know where he's at. I feel like this would be a good conversation to have with him.
All right, so let's go to the article since you haven't seen them. As reported by IGN, let's go. This response was shared on Steam earlier today. It also addresses other complaints about the game, including the fact that players aren't able to delete their saves and start over again, as well as bugs and crashes bringing down the overall experience. The section of the statement that goes over bugs, performance issues, and the save data problem at least hints that fixes and solutions are on the way. However, when Capcom gets to addressing the microtransaction controversy, it doesn't have much to say at all. All the items listed below can be obtained in-game or as paid DLC items, says Capcom. It then goes on to list the items available: Rift Crystals, Art of Metamorphosis, Ambivalent Rift Incense, Port Crystals, Wake Stone, Makeshift Gold Key, Harpy Snare Smoke Beacons. For many, this isn't enough. The game only launched today, and some fear that it's balanced in such a way as to push players towards spending money on these items, even if they can be unlocked in-game. All right, so Ham, the first question, I guess, is null and void. The game does have microtransactions. Capcom came out and explicitly explained that, yes, they do, but you don't have to engage in them.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, haven't came across them, but I'm not looking for them.
So you're good.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all set.
Microtransactions being in Dogma 2. You're good with that. No problems.
Well, it's not that I like that there's microtransactions in the game, but hey, if it's not like doing what NBA 2K does, and every time I turn on the game, it's trying to sell me something, then it's not really bothering me. And then on top of that, if I feel somewhat comfortable or actually completely comfortable just playing the game without being like, man, I feel like something ain't right, something ain't right, something ain't right. Like, usually I can feel that, yo, I'm not ready for this fight. And I don't think a microtransaction is going to help. I just get up out of there. There are certain situations within said game where you just can't fight.
Please cancel that ad, Ham. We're not sponsored by McAfee. Please get that off the screen. Motherfuckers gonna have to pay for this platform. All right, but go ahead. Go ahead.
No, that was really all I had to say about it. Like, it doesn't seem invasive, but at the same time, I mean, I haven't got a good solid look at it. But I did hear that Matt did mention something that you did just get done saying just a little bit ago about another save being available behind a paywall, and that sounds insane.
Yeah. It's like the Yakuza thing. Remember, Yakuza Like a Dragon, they charge you, the latest one, they charge you for New Game Plus.
Yeah, and that was not a good thing either.
Yeah, for me, this is some old bullshit. Just because they jigged the game in a certain way that you don't notice that you need microtransactions to progress, it doesn't excuse it. All right, you pay $70, you pay $60 for a game. Give me the game.
Yeah, I think they're currently, and shout out to Vincent Vega because he said it right here. He says save will be patched. I think they're working on a patch to allow you to have another new game without
multiple saves, which is wild.
Which is crazy, yeah, right? It's just crazy that they didn't have that implemented from the start. But I think they were looking back at their previous game and they're just kind of like, whatever, and they just did this kind of the same way. And then people were like, hey, I want more options this time around. And they're like, oh yeah, I guess we could do that.
Wait, the previous game was like this as well? You couldn't have multiple saves?
I don't remember having multiple saves on the last one.
Wow. Okay. Praise the shitstorm, says Vincent Vega. I agree. We need to call it out. It's bullshit. Even if they've been doing it. I saw someone post that someone responding to "Oh no, it's Alex" saying that they've already done this on Resident Evil and other Capcom games, and I'm like,
does it make it good?
And then should we not bitch about the Ultimate Team in NBA because the Ultimate Team is present in Madden? Are you insane? It makes no sense. All right, for me this is a shitty move, and Ham, they worked it in a way that you can play the game and you don't notice that you can have an option to fast track things with microtransactions, because that's essentially what it is. The stuff that they offer is literally fast tracking or like Ubisoft would say, convenience, right? So we're talking about the warp location markers, restoring people to dead, making people the fast travel option. They put that behind a paywall. So just because you didn't notice doesn't mean it's a cool thing to have in the game, because they maybe worked it in a way that people that can grind are cool, but for the people that just want to play the main mission, you need to actually engage with the microtransactions. You can't just play the game. And for me, that sucks. If grind is part of the game, then just make it part of the game and don't add in the money. That's what I wanted to say. Capcom patched Resident Evil microtransactions in 2 weeks after the game launched, so there was no negative reviews about what it had. They patched it in 2 weeks after coming out. All right, Ham, I guess we can move on because we both agree microtransactions suck, even though it seems like they've made it so this one doesn't affect hardcore gamers. Yes?
Okay. Sounds like it.
All right, let's move on. Microsoft is working on Xbox handheld prototypes. This is a report from GameSpot. They might not see the light of day, but Microsoft is reportedly tinkering away on Xbox handheld prototypes behind closed doors. They're thought to be constructed with Steam Deck as the competition in mind instead of something similar to PlayStation Portal. Thank fuck. At least that's what Windows Central managing editor Jez Corden shared on Xbox 2 podcast, as spotted by Insider Gaming. Here's the quote: "I know that Xbox, they've got handheld prototypes right now." Corden said on the show, "If this Microsoft device comes to market, it will be fully native as well," according to Corden, similar to the Steam Deck. Ham, usually I don't like talking about rumors and unconfirmed stuff, but it's Jez, and when Jez talks about Xbox, there's credence to it. What are your thoughts on this handheld, this potential handheld?
Me and K Mega talked about it for a little while. God damn it.
What are we looking for?
I'm just trying to get rid of these ads that are just everywhere. But anyways, so like, yeah, I talked to K Mega about it a little bit yesterday, and I was saying that I would like to see the handheld come out before the new console that's supposed to be for the next generation, just so they could have this somewhat more accessible and easily implement this to a new console or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
and also be able to give this the airtime and advertising that I think it deserves, instead of trying to advertise a ton of things at once and saying just buy, good luck, buy. I'd like to see them have some time to put this thing out, give it, its due, it's due time to be able to advertise and come out and say, hey, you guys should get this. This is the reasons why. Hopefully it comes out with, a good amount of the bells and whistles, but still is within a good price range. I'm hoping it's no more than $500 for a handheld device, something like this. I'm hoping it's at minimum as powerful as like a Series S, right? So
that'll be nice,
right? So I mean, to see something like that come out, and also I'd want to make sure that it has a good, comfortable OS, possibly something similar to what we already have with the Xbox consoles. If it was like the same thing, literally, it'd be phenomenal. I also want to make sure that they're pulling from my console category of games and not my PC of what I purchased on there.
Why not
Because
both?
that to me would be the selling point to it. If it's trying to sell me on it and say I can play all the games that I own on PC, then I'm like, that's not near as much as what I own on console.
What about both? Is that not possible?
If they can do both, then that would be a breath of fresh air. What would be really cool is if they had the console side, and then almost like a Steam Deck, they have like a a desktop
Just Windows.
mode.
Just Windows.
Yeah, desktop
Windows.
mode for it, so where you can activate PC versions of the game and stuff like that, and be able to play it through that. So
go to Steam, GOG.
Yeah. Almost like a desktop mode, so like you do whatever you want on this thing now, right? You can get Steam, you can get GOG, you can get Epic, PlayStation. You know, like it'd be nuts.
Look at you.
No. Seriously, the more oxygen they take out of the room, the harder it is for anybody else. So if they're allowing people to play Steam on their device, if they're allowing people to play PlayStation on their device and stuff like that, then it's like, why would I get a PlayStation handheld then if I can only play PlayStation on it? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. And if I can't get native on the PlayStation handheld, why not just get the one that I can get native on? Like this past week and a half that I've been out of the city, it's just another reminder of like, dude, this whole streaming thing it's fun. It's fun, but it's not the reality on the ground. I got my PC. I was very happy with my PC. I was playing lots of Darkest Dungeon, XCOM. Still struggling with XCOM, right? But being able to game without internet was very nice. So the native part of the Xbox handheld, the rumored Xbox handheld, would be key, in my opinion. Drawn TJ, thank you so much for the super chat, man. It says Xbox handheld should be $500, 1080p, 120 frames per second. When docked 4K 60, it has a Steam app in it too. What? I think this is unrealistic.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot.
For $500, come on.
For $500, that's a lot, but I mean, do I think he's absolutely crazy saying that? Not exactly. Seeing that
120 frames per second,
I don't think that's too crazy. For $500, that's crazy cheap, though, because if you look at something like the ROG Ally, that's 1080p, right? 120 FPS, and that's $700. Right? So we gotta be sure that we kind of think about that, but at the same time, every year that goes by, it makes current generation parts cheaper, right?
Sure.
It's kind of like a new pair of shoes that come out today. Next year, it's gonna be cheaper, right?
Unless they're Jordans.
Yeah. Unless they're like a product that rises in value, kind of like if you were to buy like you couldn't say, oh yeah, I bought a Viper last year and it's less than it probably held its value. You know what I'm saying? Like,
or
like as long as you're not like wrecking the car or like putting too many crazy miles on it, it probably kept its value.
Or if you buy a Land Rover, the value is still going up on a Land Rover.
Don't nobody want one.
Just because you don't like it, doesn't mean there's no value.
Nobody need that.
Get you a Land Rover, everyone. Well, not the modern ones. These ones are made of plastic. I'm talking about like the Defender.
Only if you live in Africa do you need a Land Rover, because I tell you what,
oh my goodness. You know what? You need to go talk to the Kardashians. All right. I was watching with the wife, and they all drive Land Rovers. I'm just saying.
So Luke wants to be a Kardashian? Is that what I'm getting?
Oh my God. That was your takeaway, Ham. That was your takeaway.
That's what I took away, bud.
All right. Blind Giant, thank you so much for the super chat. Sorry for the member chat. Since has been a member for 8 months. Appreciate the support, man. Yo, what's up, fam? Hope you guys are having a good one. Mahalo. Thank you so much. Yobi, $400 for a Series S handheld with a dock to boost, and a Series X handheld with a huge boost with the dock. $550, $660. Give us the option to change SSD to 2 to 4 terabytes with all the goodies. This is more realistic in terms of price. I think this is probably where it's gonna be around like $550, $650, $700. That's what I'm saying. Actually, I didn't even ask you about that, Ham. What do you think is going to be a realistic price for this product?
No more than $500.
You
Because
don't think it's going to be more than 500?
I don't think so, because I don't know why they would want to put the price so close to the price of a console. Especially if they're looking to have somebody come back and get a console to put as this together. Look at the way that the PlayStation VR 2 is going versus the actual PlayStation 5, you know what I mean? Like, and it really depends on how they make it feel. So if they make it feel like a device that, hey, you buy this, you don't need shit else. That's one thing. But
That's what
if
I'm
they
saying.
buy this and say, hey, use this with your Xbox Series X 2.0 or whatever, Xbox Series Z or whatever the hell the next generation console is called, then you're making it sound like a peripheral, which then you don't want it to cost about the same price, because then it's like, it's weird, right?
I think this, my prediction is, I'm with Yobi here, that I think it's going to be close to 700, and this is probably going to be the next console we're going to get before like 2028 or whatever. This is the next console. They're just not going to tell us if it comes out, if it's real. I think this is going to be the next console. They saw what the Switch did, and they want to get in on it. And I think they believe that if they synchronize the console plus the PC, they can do damage. And I think they will. I think they will do damage. Because even someone like me, like, I would fucking freak out. We were just talking about getting like gaming PCs and whatever. And I'm like, dude, if I can get a handheld, I win twice. It needs to be priced below a Series X and be at least Series S in performance and features. I say $599. That's more expensive than a Series X, correct, Ham? $599?
Yeah, it's $499 is the Series S, and that's your regular price. And it's been going on sale for as low as like $350. I've seen, like, at Best Buy for the holidays. I think it went down to $350.
Yeah, the Series X and the PS5. Fun fact for everyone: finally, they're being priced $500 in Mozambique. Before, like, I think like January or December, we were still paying $1,000 for those consoles.
Oh my god!
For real, like straight up. That's how much we pay.
You guys are getting taken for a ride. Jesus Christ.
We don't have a choice. All right. There's no factories here. There's no distribution. What happens is random people cross the border.
It's like on Diddy Island right there. He was at a fucking.
All right. Rachie.
This man is stuck at the flavor camp.
My God.
Got yourself
Rachie,
some flavor, Loke.
Lord have mercy. I'm trying. I'm DEI. I am trying. All right. I'm doing my best. How will they work the authentication with Game Pass?
Right.
Wow. We only get wild on Tuesdays. All right. If you come to TSWS, we have shows almost every single day except for Wednesdays and Saturdays. But if you come to TSWS, we only get wild on Tuesdays. All right. I'm just saying. Rachie, to your point here, how will they work the authentication with Game Pass when there's no internet? The last time I checked, the authentication is not something that the console checks every single time you play it or you play games. Maybe I'm wrong, but I have played games that I had on Game Pass when there was no internet.
Be right back.
In my region or on my console item. So I don't think this will be a big hurdle. It won't be priced below Series X. Probably starts at 600. Yeah. So Matt, same thing I was saying. Like this thing, if it's real, it's probably the next console. But we're just not seeing it as the next console. For some reason, we're just assuming it's just a peripheral. I think if it's real, this is the last hardware we're going to get until the next console, which is 2028, 2029, somewhere around there. Yeah, it needs to be, but I don't see them selling it below $599. I think they won't do that. What if they give us an option to put your SIM card inside? Man, listen, I'll take my SIM card out of my tablet and into the Xbox handheld. you would give Xbox everything, Yobi. You sound like all they need to do is announce this thing, and you're willing to just chuck all the money at them. Just give them everything. Welcome in, Poison Maniac. Welcome in. I'm still following you on Twitter, right? Please confirm. Vincent, by the way, does anyone here know how to use backwards compatibility on a 2FA Xbox account without the need to always type in an app key / password? Anyone to help? Because I have no idea. Anyway, going back to the article, it says this wouldn't be new territory for Xbox. In 2017, Microsoft gaming CEO Phil Spencer revealed that there had been Xbox handheld prototypes in the past that never came out of research and design phase. Jez Corden, believes this could be different with the success of the Switch and the Steam Deck. Exactly. I promise this is the first time I'm reading this article. I haven't read all the articles. I just look at the headlines and then I see if it's worth it, and then I put it on the list. Anyway, earlier this year there were rumors Xbox could be leaving the console business. But those weren't true. In fact, last month Microsoft confirmed it was working on the next generation of Xbox consoles, though it didn't offer any specific details. Listen, I'm not saying Microsoft is lying. I'm not saying that they aren't working on new consoles, but I'm just saying we want to sit here and pretend like corporations have never said one thing, then done another thing. Is that what we're doing? Welcome in, Big Mad Mo, $299 to $399 for the console. If it's that cheap, then it's probably not very powerful.
Let me know.
So why get it? Maybe just, I don't know, get a Steam Deck. I'm just saying, just get a Steam Deck. It's my preferred console. It's my biggest ecosystem. I don't agree with a lot of things they do, but the handheld, I'm 10 toes down, bro. Are you like Chris Broussard? Yobi. all the toes, every single one of them. All right. It's a console, not a PC. All right. Sci-Fi Sky, welcome in. Still rocking the Starfield profile picture. Keeping the faith. It better be a handheld PC and not just a closed ecosystem device. I think we all agree on this. Like, they can't just say this is a portable Xbox. Because your normal, your regular Xbox is not doing it. Giving us a portable version of this, it's not going to work. Like, PlayStation could have pulled it off with the Portal if they made it native. I think the Portal would have been a monster if it was powerful and it was like $500. I think it would have sold a lot because you have a big install base on PlayStation. Xbox, people are leaving. It's not even that you have a low install base. People are bouncing. So just offering people a base product is not going to work. I play Lost Odyssey on Series X, use my main account with Game Pass Ultimate, and the account has two-factor. Damn. Someone help Vince. Please, would someone in the comments just help a brother out? Will the next Xbox be a cheap, weaker console? Microsoft games look cartoonish, so they will maybe try the Nintendo route. Cartoonish? Like, I'm not even the Xbox guy on this podcast, but cartoonish. Have you played Microsoft games? I don't know, Richie. I think me and you've been playing different games, because very, very realistic games, in my opinion, on the Xbox. Everyone's leaving the console business. It's just a matter of when. I might as well enjoy them while everyone's here. Yeah, true. Except maybe Nintendo. Yeah, Nintendo's not going anywhere. Nintendo has shown us from the last video game Crash that they can literally, this is not hyperbole, Nintendo could hold up the entire gaming industry by themselves. They can do it. They have what it takes. So PlayStation can go, Xbox can go, they can come back. It's fine. Nintendo is like the sun in gaming. It's like the sun. It's like eventually it will like end, right? It's going to explode or it's going to die. But none of us will be alive to see it. That's the longevity of Nintendo, in my opinion. Also, look, I hope all is well with you, brother. I hope your mental is balanced, and I hope you happy days, my man. Thank you so much. My mental is awesome. I just had a very rough week with work because I was in parts of Mozambique that had like no internet, like no hyperbole, it was no internet, not even one bar, and I had to do some very strange things. No Diddy, all right, no Diddy, but I had to do some strange things to get to areas that had like one bar for like 30 seconds, 2 minutes. Then I'd quickly like send out tweets or call people just to be like, yo, I'm alive and this is what's happening, but I'll be back. So even for work, I had to get to these weird joints just to send emails for work. So yeah, but I'm good. Thank you so much for asking.
Super sorry about that. I had to give my daughter a little.
Did nobody miss you? Ain't nobody miss you, dog.
She thinks it's okay to go outside and play with her friends after telling me that she's too sick to go to school. So I had to, I had to let her know that that's not fine.
Yo,
you know how it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a father of 3, so I know what you're talking about. I know what you're on about. Imagine if Xbox lets other stores on the platform and Sony gets sued because they're a monopoly in their platform. Jeez, man, what is this?
What is going on right now?
Dude, we were talking about some very wholesome, like, handheld situations. Ray Cheese trying to figure out how to like bankrupt Sony. Jeez. In the age of Steam Decks, ROG Ally, etc., I don't know how it will fare. If it was only a console, I mean, exactly, Sci-Fi Sky. They need to offer more than just Series X, but a handheld. Dude, we're already not like super stoked about this. Making it a handheld is not enough of a selling point to make us run out and go buy the thing. I'm just saying. It would only mean Nintendo will have a bigger market. Yeah, it does. Guys, PlayStation could go tomorrow. Xbox could go tomorrow. The gaming industry will just keep chugging along because Nintendo will give us the consoles and Steam will continue to dominate on PC. It is what it is. Ham, are you back full time or?
Yeah, I just won't be able to get back on camera unless I restart my PC. So I said, screw it.
All right.
It's because I'm downloading a bunch of files from packs onto my phone because whenever I try to download it to my PC, it acts funny and only gives me like half of what I did. So I just got to a point where I was fed up and I didn't know it was gonna fuck up my camera, but it did.
Okay, that's cool. Shout out to everyone watching on Twitter. Although you guys never comment.
Yeah, all the real people watching
what
over there.
What the hell is that about? Never comment. The one time we bitched about no one commenting on Twitter, that's when Doom shows up just lurking like, yo, what's up?
Yeah, being mad disrespectful.
I'm with him though. Like he was on to something. Sapo, welcome in. Yeah, I'm aware that the lawsuit's still ongoing, but I don't have I have zero fear that like PlayStation is going to suffer any long-lasting ramifications from it. It's the most that's going to happen is a slap on the wrist, maybe a little $200-300 million fine, and that'll be it. I game on laptop, and it's a weird trade-off. Sometimes it's flawless, and when it isn't, it shows. Dude, I was playing XCOM 2. XCOM 2. All right? I played newer games on this laptop, and it runs like a peach. I was playing XCOM 2, and the thing was stuttering. Like I'd put Cyberpunk on maximum settings with a PC from 2020 or something. It's terrible. Oh, not terrible, just very inconsistent. I know you can't comment when watching on mobile. Oh, did you know that, Ham?
No.
If you're on Twitter, all right, for everyone on Twitter, if you're real, right, your comments do not appear unless you're watching on Twitter with a laptop.
I forgot. I actually did know that, and I completely forgot.
Oh, so there might actually be real people, but they literally cannot get on. And because most people that are on Twitter get on Twitter on their phone, that's really interesting, Ham. Yo, shout out to
I'm
Yobi.
not buying
Man.
it, but okay.
Appreciate you, Yobi.
I appreciate the vote of confidence, but I'm still not buying it.
Mad.
Hello.
Check him out.
Get him off the full screen. Nobody likes
Hello.
that, Luke.
Hello.
I do.
He's like, good morning. Put you on the screen.
Hey.
I mean, not that it's morning.
Yeah,
It's
throw
two.
me up on the screen so people can see my big face, my huge face, and my huge head. Please.
Yeah, everybody wants to deal with that.
Hey, I have fun with it. All right, that's all.
You
the
sure
reason
do.
Oh man,
Nobody can tell you don't.
Hey, don't let Luke get his on you.
It's mishmash, bagad.
We don't want to talk about Orlando Brown right now. Oh my god.
All right, Matt, give us your rundown
Luke's
on
clearly
the Xbox
uncomfortable.
handheld. Yes, Sam. I'm
On the
very
Xbox
uncomfortable
handheld.
right now. Go ahead, Matt.
I would love it. I would love it, especially if it's similar to what you guys were talking about there. If it integrates Steam,
Yeah.
and everything. I mean, even if it was just the console, but portable, I would still be getting it. But add in that it would have Steam and
Wait.
presumably other. What's up?
You guys are the shills. You are the shills.
That's not
If
being a
it's
show.
If it's just the Series X, but portable, for you, that's good enough to go out and get, even if it's $500.
Yeah, I mean, if it's $500 for a portable Series X,
Yes.
that's a ridiculous. Like, I don't know. You'd have to work black magic to get that price. You'd have to work like some sort of black magic behind the scenes, or you really don't care about making money, and that's not Microsoft. That is not Microsoft. So, like, but if you give me the performance of the Series X, but portable, yeah, I get it. Because
You think Microsoft cares about making money?
yes, I do. Because they're a
All
$3
right.
trillion company.
Not
You
from
think they
Xbox.
don't care? You think they
Not
don't
from
care?
Xbox.
Sure, not from Xbox, but from being Microsoft for like the last 40
Microsoft,
years?
sure. I'm just saying, with Xbox specifically, they ain't trying to make money. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know what it is, but it's not trying to make money.
They're trying to make money. They're not keeping Xbox alive. I understand, like, oh, people are leaving the console, especially with their messaging. I get that. I get that they're fucking up there, but like, they're not keeping Xbox alive to bleed money. They have some sort of goal. Whether that goal works, whether that end goal works, we'll find out. But they're not doing it just like, fuck it.
Matt, how is it that random ass people like me, you, and a bunch of other YouTubers know that the Achilles heel with Xbox is marketing and deals with third-party publishers? We know this. We know that if Microsoft attacks those two things, me and you, we have never seen any spreadsheet from Microsoft. We don't know any of their numbers. But everyone agrees on that one thing. They're terrible at marketing and they don't do enough third-party deals.
I think Microsoft.
Those are the two things. Those are the two things that Microsoft's kind of like, you know what? Just let it happen. It'll happen.
Sure.
People will figure it out. And it's like, no, they won't.
The problem with that, Luke, is I think Microsoft knows that. I think Microsoft. When I say Microsoft, I mean the dude at the top calling the shots, Satya Nadella. I don't think he gives a shit. Quite frankly, I think, like I said, I think they have a plan. Whether that plan works, we're gonna find out. But I think they have a plan, and we're gonna have to wait to see that thing come to fruition or actually work or fail or whatever it may be. But I don't think they give a shit. They know, dude. They have to know their marketing is terrible. They have to know that. Somebody at that company knows that, and they've talked about it. I just don't think for whatever reason they don't seem to give a fuck. They do not seem to give a fuck. But back to your point about the handheld, yeah, I'm there. Especially if it's a portable PC plus Xbox.
Plus X.
And even if it's just the Xbox, like I said, I got like 300 games I own on Xbox. I'll happily get that to play them portably.
Yeah,
Happily.
You'll be using the same sentiment. He says he's got all these games there. Might as well get the
I mean, I think that kind of
version.
goes without saying, though. I mean, like, so many games that we have that we bought throughout the time that are like yo, like, keep in mind some of these are like backwards compatible and some of that stuff, and some of those games are still not even available on PC.
Yep.
So it's like, if I can have all of that in a handheld and get like a minimum of 1080p, that's nuts.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And it sounds super attractive. $500, sure. I think it should be a little cheaper, but then again, it's hard to argue with that when you have the ROG Ally at $700.
Exactly.
But I do need to go back and ask Matt a question before we keep moving forward.
I didn't know
on
Rush.
the previous topic, because I know he was kind of passionate about it on his show yesterday, and he probably has some stuff to say about it now. But go on ahead and look at the screen, Matt, and pow.
Yeah. Dude, the microtransactions in Dragon's Dogma are so confusing, because if I didn't read about it, I'd legit have no idea it was there.
I was saying that to Loke just a little bit ago.
What?
It's like, yo, like, Loke was asking me, he's like, is there microtransactions in Dragon's Dogma? I was like,
Yeah,
I
heard about them. I heard about them, but I haven't seen them.
In your 30
Apparently.
hours of gaming.
I haven't seen, dude. When you boot up the menu, I'll take it back, because when you boot up the menu, it says like online store. But who the hell is clicking on the online store? And like, what degenerates clicking on the online store in a single player RPG? As I need to know, because it's not me. So and like, from what I understand, it's like dumb stuff. Like you can get like what are they called? Fairy stones to be able to fast travel. But it's like, dude, I've never needed that, because you just come across them like every 30 minutes. Like, I don't know why you need it.
It's like it's like asking you, hey man, do you want to just turn on Halo and go straight to the credits? It's like, did you wait? There's a credits button?
No, it is. It's like that, because it's like you're basically at what the stuff they're letting you buy. You're basically buying the right to not play the game, which is insane. Why would you do that if you spent all this money? And the argument is, oh, well, people don't always have time to sink into RPGs. I get that, totally get that. But then why would you buy it? It's confusing to me. I would have never known it was there.
For the same reason that Madden is making millions per month after it comes out.
Yeah, but Madden's making millions. Same with 2K.
PvP, though.
Yeah, but Madden's making millions.
The point I'm trying to make is everything in Madden, even with Ultimate Team, you can earn everything.
Yeah,
you can earn it all, but no one does.
The reason that Madden makes that money, especially like you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned Ultimate Team. Same with 2K and my team. Same with FIFA. I think FIFA has Ultimate Team as well. Yes. Is because they introduce literal gambling aspects and get people hooked on that shit, and so they profit off of it.
But
and they're not shy about it.
Yeah, the discussion being had, from my personal perspective, is not even how you present your microtransactions. I don't want microtransactions in full games.
Look, I get
that in your free to play. That's fine.
Yeah.
Don't put it in an actual full game.
I agree with you, Loke, but I'm telling you, and this whole thing of like speak with your wallet, this whole thing of like, oh, the companies they won't. They especially Capcom, because Capcom does this with their single player games. They did it with Resident Evil 4. They did it with Devil May Cry 5. Like, this is just something they do.
I think they will. The problem is,
don't think
as
they
the
will, buddy.
community, nah, man, dude.
I don't think they
If
will,
this
buddy.
game came out, and then it sold 100,000 copies, and that was it. As soon as people found out about microtransactions, people stopped buying it, people stopped streaming it. You can believe it that they would change. The reason these companies will never change is because our community is spineless. That is all.
Here's what would happen if that happened. Look, if that happened, we would never get another Dragon's Dogma. That would be done. Like, you would never see that. Whether you liked it or not, whether you enjoyed it or not, you would never see another one. They would just say, okay, well, we can't do this with Dragon's Dogma, but what can we just did it with Resident Evil 4 and nobody complained about that.
Yes.
So we'll hop right back to that. Resident Evil 5.
9.
Yeah, we'll do it.
9.
We'll do it again. But it's like, all that would do is basically, now you're saying, hey, this game you really enjoy, you're never getting a sequel to that again.
But that's not how it works. Reinforcing behaviors in psychology is exactly that. You have to reinforce, not just enforce. You have to reinforce. So what would need to happen is Dragon's Dogma, no one bought it.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 5 remake, no one bought it. Resident Evil 9, no one bought it. All the games that come out with these microtransactions, terrible sales. And the same way that we reinforce to them that it's okay to make these games because we will buy them, if we stopped buying them, we will start reinforcing that this is not okay. And then suddenly you're going to start getting complete games just being complete games, online free games having microtransactions. That's what would happen, but it's not going to happen because our community is spineless. That is all. It's not because these companies will never change, because they're there to make money. These companies have no pride, dude. They're not like, we're so angry you didn't buy our games. We're going to keep on spamming you with games that we've spent hundreds of millions of dollars with. We're going to start forcing microtransactions just to piss you off. And even though we know you're not going to buy the game, that's not what they're going to do. They're just going to pivot and be like, okay, let's do this because this sells. Simple.
Well, okay.
But we have no spine.
The way to change that would be to whoever's out there purchasing, like I said, I don't know who this person is or these people.
Or GQTV, welcome in.
Whoever's buying microtransactions in single player games like Dragon's Dogma, it would be up to them to not buy microtransactions. Because here's again, and also the state the industry's in right now, not like, let's say we just went on a strike of right now, as of late, it's Capcom. Capcom's the bad developer now because they're putting microtransactions in single player games. Okay, we don't buy any Capcom games anymore. Then Capcom just dies. Is that because the way the state the industry's in, that's the kind of shit that's liable to happen.
Again, like I said, everything could go under. As long as Nintendo exists, we'll be fine.
I ain't playing shit from Nintendo. Not a thing. Not a damn thing. And here's the thing. Not to say they don't make great games. Dude, I bought Tears of the Kingdom. I played it for 3 days. I was hooked on it. I haven't booted. I've not played it since. I haven't turned on my Switch since early in the summer.
Maniac. It's a good point.
And that's another. What were you about to say? I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm glad Poison Maniac brought that point up. It's that's also another thing that needs to be looked at. I think devs need to be definitely publishers, because I can't imagine it's many developers who are saying, hey, we need microtransactions in our game that we worked hard on. But they need to be held accountable for doing the shit that they do. And if one of the reasons that they brought us $70 games was, hey guys, we can now do a lot less of this.
That's what a lot of them said.
Exactly. Well, if that's the case, then show it. do a lot less of it. If that's really the case. Because right now it just seems just because I'm still gonna buy if they come out with Dragon's Dogma 3 or whatever, I'm still gonna buy it, but I'm not gonna drop a penny on a microtransaction. Because that's insane. It's crazy.
Yeah. Rachie, some sacrifices are needed to save gaming and our wallets. Yes. I feel like an old man yelling at the sky, but yeah. Also, Gogo says that they charge $15 to $20 for skins in Fortnite. Is that for real?
Dude, they charge dude. There was a
for
skin
one skin.
Yes, dude, there was a skin on Call of Duty, a Lilith skin for Diablo, like from Diablo. And I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I might get that. How much is it? Like $10? Yeah, whatever. I went to the store to look at it. It's a $30 bundle.
$30.
Yeah, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. That's insane. But that's the kind of shit that they sell, and people buy it. People totally buy it.
Jason Portillo, yes, I'm game sharing with someone that bought it. I'm not even going to install it on PC. I'm game sharing on Steam with Flemish, and after I saw the performance things, I was like, I'll see this when it comes out. If Capcom closed down, Microsoft can buy them. Dude, Microsoft might close before Capcom. I don't know, man.
Microsoft or Xbox? Microsoft didn't close.
Same difference. I meant Xbox. All right. Matt, is that all you had on the subject? Ham, do you have anything else you want to add on the subject?
Wait a second. Do you think Xbox is on some sort of brink or something?
No.
I'm trying to be salty.
No,
What's
I
wrong?
don't.
Jesus.
Oh, I was
I
like,
definitely
look,
don't.
what are you doing?
I can't even take the Mickey. Y'all are very sensitive about your Xbox. I'm just saying.
Oh, what do you mean?
I have one too, brother. I have one too.
I mean, that was a very delicious statement to make right there. Can't take the Mickey.
Can we?
What does that mean?
Oh my God, Ham! Is that where you took it? The Mickey, as in Meek
The
Mill?
Mickey. The only time I've ever heard a Mickey is like Mickey is like a reference to like slipping something in somebody's drink.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I've ever heard a Mickey.
I've never heard someone say, "I can't take that." You can't take the Mickey. I've never. I mean, that's good advice. Don't take the Mickey.
I was taking.
Even Stanley Francois said that was Diddy-ish.
Oh my Lord!
It was.
You know what? The amount of times that we've mentioned that individual, we're going to lose sponsors. All right, we're negative sponsors at this point.
Yeah, but think of the sponsors you'll gain by speaking out against. By speaking out against Diddy.
Yeah, Diddy stinks.
Yeah, right.
I don't know if he stinks or not. I've never smelled him.
Now everybody else
I don't know.
sees it.
What? He had some nice. You know what? I'm not going to defend Diddy. Nope. I'm not going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. Can we move on, Ham, please? I'm very uncomfortable right now.
Yeah, sure.
No, we can't.
All right. A bunch of game devs gathered outside of GDC to scream. So the gaming industry is in terrible. So Matt, to your point about Capcom possibly closing if we stop buying their games, their microtransactions in games.
Yeah.
The gaming industry is in a terrible state right now. Just as we got some of the best games in living memory, the developers that make them are losing their jobs in endless layoffs. More than 10,000 jobs were cut in 2023, a figure that industry executives are already close to surpassing in 2024. It's so bad, it makes you want to scream. So that's exactly what some people did. At GDC this year, a bunch of game developers met up in one place and just screamed. Videos from the event circulating online.
I thought you said something else like 3 times, and then I pull up the article. And it is literally screaming.
Yeah, it's real.
This is something that happened.
At the video games developer conference. Yes, it's real.
This is a moment in history.
So Here's a quote. The game
Okay.
industry is falling apart around us, and we're all flocking to San Francisco for a week to pretend like this is fine, reads the event's description. Let's take a minute where we all stop pretending and express just how it feels to be a game developer in 2024.
Oh, I thought their idea of pretending that it was fine was going to just go and scream. I was like, that's not fine.
No.
That's the exact
Here's some more
opposite of that.
quotes. Here's some more quotes. It's always the quarterly profit, said Vinker. The only thing that matters is the numbers, and then you fire everybody, and then next year you say, shit, I'm out of developers, and then you start hiring people again, and then you do acquisitions, and then you put them in the same loop again, and it's just broken. Thoughts on the GD Scream?
I mean, well, that general sentiment or that statement there is not wrong. I guess I get the frustration. I just don't know. It's like they're gonna go out there and scream, and then they're gonna go back to their job, and it's still gonna be unfortunate. So I don't know. I don't know what happens. I don't know what happens with this.
Go ahead.
What a waste of time. Like, I get like organizing isn't the problem. It's what you do when you organize. Screaming ain't doing anything. Like, I'm just saying, like,
Damn.
I mean, I could
Hashtag no
organize. I mean, any of us could. I mean, sure, like any of us could organize some assortment of people. Maybe, you know, you just go somewhere and just, or like put something on like and you know, on Facebook in your local town, like organize a few friends to meet up with you that are just as insane as you are, and like get them together to do something that can go on TikTok or something. Like to me, that's all this is kind of posturing for, is something like a TikTok or a social media, just kind of like a look at us do this, but not really do anything, but we're attaching a purpose to it, so it sounds like we did something. Like, it's just it's just, you got a bunch of people together to pretend that you guys are doing something because there's something that needs to be talked about. And I get that is kind of the point, is that you want to show off, hey, we have a problem and we need to be heard, and we're yelling. I guess that's you know, the whole purpose behind it. But I don't know, like, I feel like you'd have to actually like yell at something or to somebody, but like all they're yelling at is to the sky, and that's not, the sky is not going to fix their issue. The sky is not going to do that. You're gonna have to
Knuckle up.
you know, make an audible because this play isn't gonna work. I mean, it'll make some noise, you know, it'll be on the statistics, but it won't really.
Will it even make the stats?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll make the statistics. Like you look it up, it's there on Google. You know, it happened.
It's something that happened.
It's something that happened, but like, I don't think it's anything that's gonna make anybody be like, man, we should have took them more serious.
Yeah.
They're screaming, man. You're not like saying anything in particular. Who knows if everybody even came there for the same reason as the yell? So it's just like, I don't know. It's like public organizing to me is amazing because it should do so much more than it does, but people just end up doing insane things at the organizations, and they do it, and then they're like, well, what else are we supposed to do? We're supposed to commit crime? And it's like, no, but I'd expect you to have like some sort of plan. Like, all right, we're here.
Something tangible. It's
Yeah,
like,
something that you could be like, you know, like remember like when you'd watch those old school episodes of like Fresh Prince and stuff like that, right? And they're like, we were part of like the Million Man March, and we were part of this stuff, things that actually had a purpose behind it, but like people didn't show up for work because of that kind of stuff, you know, like jobs were affected.
Yeah, the economy was affected,
you know,
too.
cities, parts of
one
cities
day
were
of not working
down. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's impact.
And people were out there walking that would that you would not think were in support. We're just like, dude, if they're not showing to work, I'm not showing up to work, but I'm definitely hopping onto that cause because that looks pretty legit. Like that made an actual impact to the point where like people to this day are still living saying, oh yeah, I remember when this happened, I was there at that, and how insane it was. And they'll have like shown like video footage of that time, and sure, it's all grainy and old school and whatnot, but like they actually have like pictures of themselves at it and stuff like that. And it's like, yo, like that was impactful. Even like certain concerts, certain like musical concerts that like broke the mainstream and stuff like that. Like people have like those kind of memories, but like now people call this a memory. 10 seconds of or an hour or however long it was of people organized and yelling real quick. Like that's and it doesn't do anything. Like nobody like they didn't organize by the thousands or anything like that, because a lot of probably people looked at that and 50 people
and they yelled for seconds. It wasn't even like they yelled for a minute. I watched the video. They yelled for like 10 to 15 seconds, and that was it. I was like, dude, that's how angry you are. You were angry for 15 seconds. That's all you got, for real.
That doesn't move any needle. But like, I'm just saying, like, you want like ideally you want to do stuff that you're gonna be proud of. To like show your children, be like, yeah, we really actually kind of
we did something.
We did something, or maybe you didn't do something, but you made a valiant effort. That's not a valiant effort. That doesn't tell me that I need to be at the next organized meeting.
Bro, it's going to be like 39 of us. It's going to be 39 of us, because the other people that were there screaming with the 50, I bet there's a bunch of people that regret being there. And they were like, I'm definitely not coming back to this motherfucker again. I'm never doing this again. This is so embarrassing. I thought there'd be more of us. And for me, my specific point, I'm not even saying this because you are like tight with the guys from the Iron Lords podcast or anything, Ham. But to everyone's point here, what's your plan? What are you doing? Because the guys on the Iron Lords podcast, I'm using them as an example. They're not the only guys doing it. But I'm assuming that they sat down at some point and they were like, we're not happy with what we see from your IGNs and everyone else. We're going to do our thing. We're going to do our version, a better version of this thing that's frustrating us. You are game devs, dude. I wish I had the time, right, to sit there and have years of experience in actual game development. My move, with the way the industry is going, my move, I would think is common sense. But for seeing these screams, I guess it's not common sense. Dude, you guys didn't have any savings. You guys didn't sort yourselves out. Also, you didn't have a plan for like when this thing is over, they're going to fire us because they've been doing this for decades. And we, within our crew of people that are developing this AAA game, you don't have like your little network of like, guys, as soon as we're done delivering this, we're going to start our Discord and we're going to start making our own game. We're going to open our own studio and make our own game. No one is thinking about doing this. Everyone's just sitting there waiting for the next check when we're all clear that this industry is very unsafe, very insecure. For me, this makes no sense. It's like, are you an adult or what? I can't go too much into my work, but I've done contract work. I know how to organize my life to be like, the next contract, this contract is up in a year. This contract's up in 2 years. Sort yourself out, bruv. Start cutting your costs. Start looking to figure out what you're going to do after this. The company, like every other company on the planet, owes you nothing. You are nothing but a number on a spreadsheet. Why are we pretending like companies are supposed to they're supposed to like us, supposed to take care of us? They've never done it. Why are they going to start? Screaming is not going to do it. Start your own company where you take care of devs. Start your company, right? Start your development company. And then after you ship the game, continue to pay the salaries and benefits of the devs that are sitting in your office. And then we can have a chat. Like, I'm not trying to defend EA, but these things, they're factors when they're making decisions. All right? There is no law against this type of behavior, and while I would pass on that kind of party, I say each to their own as long as they're not hurting anyone. Screaming is therapeutic. It is, but it's the purpose of why they were screaming. To Matt and Ham's point, it defeats the purpose. The reason why they're screaming. These 50 people could have sat there and been like, how are we going to develop a game? Ham, Matt, am I crazy? There's single people making games. If these 50 people made one game, the game wouldn't even need to sell gangbusters. Just do okay. And every one of them would be sorted. So instead of rolling up your sleeves and working, you want to scream. Go ahead, Matt.
I don't know, because you got a point. Because it's like, there are teams of literally one person who make games, who are making games, who have made games. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things.
I just talked to a development group of 7.
Yeah,
made an awesome game.
You look at what just happened with Power World. It was like like less than 15 people.
Yeah, I thought it was like around 20 or less.
Yeah, like because you have a point, and also I just feel like it's kind of human nature for because this, like we all just got done saying, this whole going out and screaming thing, it does nothing really other than, I guess, maybe makes you feel better for like a second, just letting whatever out that needs to get out. But like, that's not you sticking it to, oh, fuck anyone. This company. That's not you. That's not like a big statement. So like, and I feel like human nature, especially when you're in a job and you've got something good going for you, whether the security is that great or not, but like, is to just be like, shut up and play ball kind of thing. When I kind of agree with you. I feel like there needs to be more risks taken. I feel like it's very much against human nature in those situations to take those risks. For whatever reason, just job security, financial security, like whatever the case may be. I don't know, but I agree with you. I think it's something that we're not going to see a whole lot of.
Yeah. Damn, Richie's got a heavy story. He says he's a contractor and the company right now and the union is on strike. They decided to block access to the employee and just the high-ranking employees are doing production. With a fifth of the employees, they're making close to the amount of production without stress. Damn. There's something to be said for burnout though. Like, yeah. I don't think they can keep this going. The 1/5, I don't think they can keep it going for like 6 months.
Yeah, that
People
would be
are going
a problem.
to crash.
Oh, yeah. It's not.
People are going to crash. I don't get why I'm supposed to be upset about what other people do to express themselves. Has nothing to do with me. It's not even about being upset, dude. It's just
I'm not
about
upset at this.
No, dude. You what they did, right? Sci-Fi Sky. These people organized this event. They specifically got it out on social media because they wanted people to see. They wanted people to comment on it. They said, we said gaming. Gaming devs decided to do this. So we're discussing the inefficiency of their organization. That's what we're doing. Ain't nobody upset, dog. Nobody's triggered. Nothing. We're just pointing out that there's so much energy and potential here. 15 seconds of it. All right. There's the whole 15 seconds of energy. And no one is sitting there thinking about, let's just make a fucking game, our game, and then we can do whatever we want with the money. If we want to pay for people to just sit and not do anything for another 2 years and be secure in their income because we're paying everyone in an egalitarian way from the gaming proceeds, that's fine. But make your own thing. That's what we're saying. We're critiquing.
And one thing I kind of want to get across real quick, if anybody that went there just did it for therapeutical purposes, that's not a bad thing at all.
That's fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
But if you went there with a purpose that I'm going to go get them or I'm gonna show them today, that's just where I just kind of like, I don't know what you showed them.
You didn't show them. You failed to show them.
Yeah.
That's really all I can. That's really all I'm saying. I definitely don't want somebody like to hear what we're talking about and be like, oh yeah, like, man, you're triggered that they're triggered, and now I'm triggered that you're triggered. No, like, it's like nobody here is losing any sleep about any of this. This is just strictly, yo, I hope you did this for therapeutical purposes because like, if I had a bunch of employees and they went outside for their 15-minute break and I heard just a yell, just a random scream, and I went out and I talked to my employees. I'm like, yo, somebody get hurt? And they're like, no, man, we're just kind of, just getting, just frustrated. I'd be like, all right, well, we got a meeting in 15 minutes.
No, what if they turn around and they're like, no, we're trying to show you, we're trying to prove to you, we're trying to get to you by you screaming. It's like, no, this is not how you do it. This is not. If you guys really mean it, it's same thing with microtransactions, Ham. If developers had spines, because the developers don't have spines the same way gamers don't have spines. We're going to keep on buying games with microtransactions. They're going to keep on applying to these companies that treat them like shit. Let's just be honest. Because if they had spines, they would do what we're discussing now. Just down tools, say, you know what, EA, thank you very much. Oh, sorry, fuck you very much. Goodbye. And then they'll sit in this park. They'll figure out how much they have in between them. They'd rent office space and start working on their game.
Well, you make
That's
it
what
sound
they would
super
do.
easy, Log.
Yeah, I don't know, especially because like you see a lot of developers, like a lot of the developers who are speaking out against this are like the ones who have been like in the industry for a while, and like there's a lot of new faces that go into the industry. They study, they go to college, they study, they get all excited, they get this dream job at fucking, I don't know, pick a publisher, any publisher.
Ubisoft.
Yeah, and then they're just like, wow, this is gonna be amazing. And then you get there and you see how it is, and you're just like, dude, what the fuck? I don't even know if I want to do this, kind of thing. And I feel like there's always that cycle of like, for anything, but like we're talking about games industry in particular right now, where it's like you're bright-eyed, you get in there, you're full of excitement, and then it kind of just gets beaten out of you, just gets taken away from you, and it needs to be
the tarnished.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to be a bunch of these people who are just these beaten up motherfuckers who decide, okay, we're gonna do our own thing. And then
Whatever happened to learning from other people's mistakes? Whatever happened to that, guys?
I seen green grass, but then I walked in and it said, "Welcome to K-Lead."
Here's a good point
You
from
are now
Jason.
in K-Lead.
Guys, here's a good point from Jason Patil. Well, first, the dude said they did it to get people's attention to talk about it, and here we are. Good point, but I agree more with Jason Patil. He says the only people that would look at this are gamers. And right now, gamers and devs not exactly seeing eye to eye. So it's kind of like cope and see, motherfuckers. Don't nobody care. Because you guys hate us. So why are we going to feel sympathy for you? Right? Because we're all the ists and phobes under the sun. So why are we going to feel sympathy? So the dude, even if their goal is to get people to talk, your normie gamer doesn't even know that this happened. Only the hardcore gamers know. And they don't give a fuck.
Well,
So you
it's
get
not
people
that they
to talk
don't
about it, but it's not people that are
they don't
sympathetic.
care. Like, it's not that they don't care. It's just that, what are we gonna do? You know what I mean? It's just like, you know, me and Matt have had conversations about like the news and stuff like that, and how it feels just to be your regular person. And you turn on the TV and you just see the most terrible shit, or just like a daily dose of something awful. And it's just like, it's not that I don't want to be aware, because I'm cool with being aware. I'll see what's going on and whatnot. But there's certain things I'm not willing to put myself into situations for. And 90% of the reason I don't put, or most people don't put themselves into certain situations, is because I'm living good enough to the point that I don't need to just add an extra bit of stress, because I have enough stress of things that I'm dealing with on a daily basis. But when you put these high profile things up on the screen, like, you know, presidential stuff, like government stuff, or this gaming stuff that has to do with millions of dollars, or, you know, even like, you know, wild stuff that's gone on with this whole, you know, Diddy thing and stuff like that, right? I'm just throwing out all situations that are on a heavy scale. I tell you what, this guy in the middle of Iowa that is, getting his life together is definitely not going to have good advice or be able to help you in any sense of the way right now. Like, and I'm sure that you, Loke, and Mozambique, like, sure, we could voice our opinion.
He said it. I'm in Mozambique.
We can voice our opinions, right? We could congregate under an ideal plan, but if you don't have any kind of form of doing something that doesn't get, people killed, then I'm sorry, but I got things I gotta take care of.
Ooh.
And that's just the harsh reality of it. It sounds terrible, but there's a lot of things I'd rather be doing than X. You know what I'm saying?
The equivalent of don't nobody give a fuck, Ham. People not reaching out to do anything tangible for you. Is that not the equivalent of people don't give a fuck?
No, it's and see, I have a problem with saying that we don't care, because we do. We just don't have the means to help. That's the thing. It's like, if I had the crazy dumb money and knew that I could give somebody the type of support that they need, or give a small group somewhere some sort of help, that I went to their country and man, I had a great time and I want them to prosper, because those are some good people right there, but they're struggling. Like if I could do something like that, I would. But I'm paying my own bills. Like, and they ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? So like, it's not that I don't want to help, and it's not that I don't care. It's just my pocket ain't like that.
Like you're in a position, most people, myself, I'll speak for myself, I'm not in a position to be able to just go out of my, like, you hear about stuff that happens overseas, wars, like, not getting into that sort of thing, but like shit that happens, and you're just like, dude, a ton of people were killed. And it's like, dude, that's terrible, but like I legit don't know what to do about that. Like I'm in the middle of Ohio. I can't help you with that. That sucks. It's heartbreaking. But what am I supposed to do about that? And it's on the scale of small things that are just kind of inconveniences all the way up to that. Like major things that need huge resolutions that I can't do anything about it. Not that I don't care, I just can't.
Okay, so fellas, are we saying no one with real money saw any of the news about this developer screaming at GTC?
Oh, people with real money seen it for sure, and they're like, I'm not touching. It's just like that South Park episode where they called Jesus. They called Jesus and asked him a question. He said, "Hey, yo, dog, I ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole."
That's all.
Said,
that's all. Ham.
I ain't touching that, dog.
Just said, dude, I'm sorry, Ham. After everything you just said, right? But if I had money, that's why I just asked that simple question.
But the thing is, like, not ever. The thing is, we might give a shit, and maybe if we did have money, we would do something. But obviously, you look at the people with money, it's like not everybody seems to care. So it's like, just because we give a shit,
dude, it's not Matt. It's not that not everyone seems to care. No one cares. No one.
Okay.
Devs are being fired at record numbers, including the ones that are out there screaming.
Okay.
Don't nobody give a shit. People are still gonna get fired.
Yeah.
And the people that have money are aware of these scream sessions and they ain't doing shit. So
because they don't care.
I maintain my position. Don't nobody give a fuck.
I mean,
all
sure.
All right.
Look.
Yeah. Because
If you need a W, you got it, bud.
I'm just saying.
I mean, I don't know.
If you guys' metric is,
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna tell you what. I don't care about this.
But what?
About you needing a W. I don't care about that.
Oh my God. This ain't even about me, though. All right, whatever. Whatever.
Let's
move on.
It sounds like I maintain my position. Man,
yeah, because yo would say. All right. Hold the line. Hold the fucking line. Where's King David when I need him? God damn it. All right, let's move on. Stellar Blade demo is returning. Sorry, my bad. Stellar Cheeks demo is returning to PS5 after being removed. So the demo is returning to PS5 after it was added and then quickly removed from the PS Store earlier this month. It seems that the initial release of the demo was accidental. This time, it's been officially announced by Sony rather than shadow dropped without any fanfare. The demo will take players to. All right, when is it coming out? I want dates and times, motherfucker.
Oh no, I think it's like the 28th.
The exact time this demo is live is this Friday at 7 a.m., 2 p.m. GMT. So that's 4 p.m. my time. Friday the 29th. Nice. As per the announcement, some users, of course, might have it installed on their console already since it was mistakenly shared on the PS Store on March 8th. It was only live for around 30 minutes. All that content people got from 30 minutes. Y'all are thirsty.
But that was enough. Oh, yeah. I was thirsty.
I was
thirsty. I was talking to Matt in the background. We were making moves. And wow. Matt hit me with the DM saying, I ain't got it, bro. It's gone. And I was like, no!
They took it.
You were on your knees like, ah.
Oh man, I was ready to capture some footage.
guys, if
lucky we were on a podcast when that happened, or else I would have.
If anyone is not well acquainted with the nuances of tone, right? Just rewind the last 2 minutes of this podcast. Then you can, like simple words like footage, simple words like that. But if you change the tone, it means a completely different thing. But that was enough time for PlayStation 5 owners to install the demo and then disconnect their consoles from the internet so they could keep it once PlayStation realized its mistake. You thirsty motherfucker.
Yeah. There's people that are clearly much more thirsty than I am. I mean, I needed a glass of water, but these people were in the Sahara for weeks. They were thirsty. They were like mirage thirsty, bro. They were
willing to give up internet, bro.
They were Uncharted fucking 3 thirsty, bro. Like they were gone. Like they were seeing
this is wild. People disconnected their consoles for that one. Yo, you guys are wild.
Yeah.
Beat the demo, caught them some footage, and let it spin.
All of it. Gameplay footage was quickly shared online, so this demo won't come as a complete surprise when it re-releases this week. Wow. The full game's coming April 26th.
So the demo releases this week?
Yes, Friday. This Friday.
Good
Friday. It's out on Good Friday. I should probably take some time from work.
Like that, but it's just fun to say.
Yeah, she doesn't. She really doesn't. Also, I like the way
it's just kind of the style. The style that they went with makes it seem like she got the yams, but the real nose. The real yams is what was happening on top of the car in GTA 6. That was yams.
Yo. Pause.
Those were
like K-Mega says.
Those were some digital crimes being committed right there.
Yes. And for that reason alone. For that reason alone, I won't be selling either of these consoles because I'm getting GTA 6 day one. I don't even care if it's $100. I don't give a fuck. Anyways,
Stop saying
Stella,
that.
Stella, I'm just saying that's what's going to happen, dude. They know
Stop
we're going
saying
to
that.
pay.
People
They know
throwing
we're
that-
going to
People
follow.
keep throwing that energy out on this thing. They're gonna be complaining. They're gonna be the first people to
Yeah, you're
complaining when it happens.
you're gonna test them because you keep testing them. Rockstar's the developer who's gonna be like, "Oh, really? Okay, well, how about 120? Eh?
We have
You know? Why
we have
not?
actual writers that said they will pay $100.
We feel like this is worth $150. We'll sell you the collector's edition for $500.
Rachel's
You guys get a collector's
watching
edition.
us. Says we're too thirsty. $500 for the collector's edition. People would probably
might.
pay for
I
that,
mean,
let's be honest.
If we're gonna put that energy out there, they might just do it. They
I'm
can
just
do
saying,
it. They'll get
like,
away with it. People will buy it.
Jason,
Edition comes with a green card with your name on it.
a shortcut. Jason Portillo, a lot of the visits to the strip clubs in all the previous GTA games were underwhelming. This one, you know what? I'll wait until it launches. I can't be too thirsty. It's enough with Stella Yams. People will buy for the gentleman. Yeah, they will. Most games can't get away with having twerking at all these days.
Yeah, most
Yeah,
games
but
are
it's GTA, dude. It's
most
GTA,
games are
dude.
GTA.
GTA is on a level like with GTA is on another level where it's like GTA, Final Fantasy.
No.
Dude, these are games that can do no wrong. I'm not talking about sales, Matt. I'm not talking about sales. I'm talking about like their core audience. There's almost nothing they can do. People are still gonna buy those games. The same people are going to buy those games.
Okay. I was about to say because like with Final Fantasy, I'm kind of out of the loop on this because I'm not into the whole Final Fantasy thing. But weren't people upset with Final Fantasy 16 because they basically ditched the RPG thing and made it? Oh, you turned it into an action game.
Still sold.
It did it.
It did.
Did it?
Yeah. Yeah. It did. Yeah. Beat 15 and everything. It sold.
I sold a guitar once.
Oh goodness.
I mean, it's an old guitar. I didn't need it anymore. I sold it. No big deal.
All right. Now we're talking about aliens in Starfield. All right. Never mind. Matt, are you getting the demo?
The demo's too late. I already pre-ordered the game. I'll play the game day one, but I'm too into Dragon's Dogma to like even think about playing anything else. I'll probably try the demo before the game releases, but I'm not like probably gonna try it the day it comes out.
Why did you make that motion as if you were,
like,
yeah, like that? We're talking about Stellar Blade. Don't make that motion, all right? Yeah,
like
show us your hands.
don't gesture with my hands ever.
No, gesture with your hands, but show us your hands. Don't gesture like so. You get me?
So like I was saying.
Oh my! You know what, Ham? Are you getting the Stellar Blade demo? Because this is getting too thirsty for me.
Yeah, Matt is out of his goddamn mind. I'm going to be playing that game day one. And I wish you could see all the gesturing I'm making, but I don't think it's
thank goodness for that.
Appropriate for the camera right now.
Yeah. We're all
we might
very
want to
happy.
keep that off camera.
Yes.
My gestures are powerful.
Moving on. Ow, today is just the day of being uncomfortable. Baldur's Gate is getting new evil endings.
Speaking of games with the yams in it.
Yeah, this one has
if you want to just say, you know what, I want to just have sex in the game. Let's just bust out Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, Baldur's Gate 3 basically is sex the game. I mean, that's really all. That's really all it is. Like that's, and let's be real. Yeah, sure.
That's
There's
a
like role playing
turn-based
out.
battle for your life, right there.
There's role playing elements and everything, but you know, like a good like 40 to 50% of people are booting that game up just to be sexual deviants, just to do that.
Yeah, they booting all right.
Exactly.
Boot.
So, dude, like one of the first things that happened to me on Baldur's Gate 3 was that horny ass freaky vampire dude coming out of the bushes talking all freaky to me. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? And then that one chick, Lazelle, basically just forced herself on me while I was sleeping one night. And I'm like, what are we doing? What is this game?
Consent? Anyone?
No, not really. She's like, if I want you, I'll take you. And I'm just like, the fuck does that mean?
What?
And then
You
I
know
went
what that means, Matt.
and then I
Come
went
on.
to I went to camp and went to sleep, and then that happened. I'm just like, Jesus, she wasn't even kidding.
You couldn't even stop it. You couldn't like.
No, you couldn't stop that.
Wow. So there's the R word in Dragon's Dogma.
Oh my god.
No, I don't want to go there. I don't want to go there. Back
Let's
it
not.
up.
Let's
I'm
not.
saying Matt did not consent. Hold on.
Hey.
Matt did not consent. That's all I'm
I
That
saying.
did.
is making me uncomfortable.
I'm not saying I didn't say that. I didn't. Hey, that's
You
all.
and your gameplay is making me sick.
Low.
Like this makes me want to reinstall Dragon's
It
Dogma.
sounds like
Ah,
Matt
sorry,
was
Baldur's Gate
making
3.
some pretty cool choices in the game.
That makes
He
you
ended
want to
up in that
reinstall it.
situation.
Leading up to it, and then he tried to back out, but it was too late, dude. She'd already
Listen.
bought you the drinks.
Listen,
You
I'm
know,
not gonna
you drank
confirm
'em.
or deny anything at all, Loke. Okay.
We're
I'm
gonna
just
find
saying.
out that Matt's character's name is William Huxtable.
Oh goodness.
Oh my god.
See, now I'm uncomfortable. Callie Rex, welcome in. Welcome in, Callie. Wow. Bro,
That was
remember
tough.
when there was a Street Fighter tournament and the dud forget to take off the nude mode? Yeah, there was a dude who forgot to take off the nude mod. That was fun. If I'm not mistaken, I think he got kicked off or something.
Don't record it with your Xbox.
Don't do that. So this
Get
comes
shut
after
down.
Be right
Here's your
back.
profile.
This comes after Vinka announced that Larian will not be working on any expansions for Baldur's Gate 3, and it won't be making a sequel. He has, however, reassured fans that patches are still on the way, and we now know that one of those updates will include new endings for players running evil campaigns. Vinka spoke about these endings in an interview with the mighty IGN. Right off the back,
It's because that's not
Ooh.
part of the article.
right off
Oh.
the back, right. Boo this man! Right off the back of his appearance at GDC earlier this week, he
You're gonna
doesn't
get
give us
muted.
many details. He doesn't give us many details on these new endings, but it is interesting to note that he's talking about endings plural, so we can expect multiple new endings for evil characters. So here's a quote. So they're working on the evil endings right now, says Vinka. I've seen some of them. They're really evil, so the evil players will be satisfied with that. Not exactly like a big highlight character. Highlight story to end the show, but I think it's worth talking about because, guys, as far as RPGs are concerned, I think we've all played our fair share. They all say that they're going to give you the choice to do whatever, but most of the time you don't get to do whatever. You don't get to be the bad guy. You just get to be various shades of good, right?
Yeah, like an
And-
anti-hero.
Yeah, but Baldur's Gate actually gives you the choice to be the villain and to make it out, which for me is something to be Like, commended. Finally, an RPG that does what it says on the box. Role-playing game. Ham?
Outer Worlds.
I don't know. You can be pretty damn bad in Starfield.
Yeah.
You can be a pretty terrible person in that game.
You can kill everyone in Outer Worlds.
Yeah, I was just gonna say
Literally
the only
everyone.
thing that you can't do that I wish you could do in Starfield is kill everyone that you wanted to kill.
But what about the ending, though? Outer Worlds, I know the ending can
I've
get
not-
very dark.
Yeah, I've never gone the ending of like killing everybody, so I have no idea. But I'm assuming it would be bad.
I think I'm gonna replay Outer Worlds because, yeah, I think that's something to test out. But besides Outer Worlds, I don't think I've ever seen a game that gives you the real choice of being bad.
Okay.
Revan can has the evil ending. Yeah, but Revan's a Sith, so
We also
kind of
get to-
already there.
We also get Avowed later this year, which I would assume would also be the exact same thing, just kind of in a fantasy setting.
You think Avowed's gonna give us a proper evil ending if that's what we want?
I think if you want it, yeah. I mean, I don't see why. Like, I don't see why they would go backwards from Outer Worlds to Avowed.
Outer
Like,
Worlds.
yeah, I don't see why they would do that. And then
All right,
Outer
well,
Worlds 2 eventually, yeah.
I think we should do like 2 more.
Two more.
You have a crazy list of articles.
Okay. Moving on, Ham Solo. This is why Ham wants to keep going. Be honest, Ham. This is why you want to keep going. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero looks like a mix of Raging Blast and Budokai Tenkaichi. So ever since Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was first revealed as the long-awaited next Budokai Tenkaichi game, I've been stoked to see my favorite Dragon Ball gaming series make a comeback as great as Kakarot, Xenoverse, and Fighter Z are. This is what fans have been wanting for nearly 2 decades.
Right there. Stop
All right.
right there. I'm
All right.
not going to allow him to say that Xenoverse is great.
Oh, damn.
Because it
Xenoverse
wasn't.
was not good. Ooh.
No, Xenoverse was very mid.
Why? I'm curious. You're a Dragon Ball expert.
Xenoverse was very, very mid. Like it was cool that you got the idea of kind of having an RPG and being able to create your character and kind of do whatever and stuff like that. There was that, but the controls on the like kind of run around and find stuff to do world was terrible. That was pretty bad. The fighting was okay. It wasn't like amazing by any means. And your own character, I felt like it just was so out of touch with what was kind of, I don't know. I feel like Dragon Ball Z has a problem with not being very good at implementing customizable characters into their world. Like it feels like when you're actually playing the canon story or something close to the canon of the story, it feels really good.
Looks tight.
And yeah, and it feels proper. But anytime they add in like a customizable character that is taking place of other things, no, I didn't really like it so much. Xenoverse 1 was really rough. Xenoverse 2 was okay. I mean, I see Yobi says it was amazing. I don't know.
You weren't feeling it. So how are you feeling about
It
Sparking
just felt
Zero?
a little too dry on the you being part of the story aspect, in my opinion. I also didn't beat. I also didn't play it from beginning to end. I just played it for until I just couldn't anymore, which didn't take very long because it felt very similar to one, just partially improved, which is what most sequels are supposed to do. It just didn't make me want to continue.
Matt, we'll get to you soon. I have one more follow-up for Ham. Ham, do you think you would feel more connected to the character if instead of them trying to force you to be a part of the whole Goku story arc, do you think it would be better if they made like an original story with your random character somewhere else?
Talking to Matt?
Talking to you, Ham.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me. Ask the question one more time.
I'm saying, Yobi brings up a point here about the character. You felt out of touch with the character because all you were doing was repairing the timeline. So my question to you is, if they had made the story completely separate to go, like they could keep the canon story, right? And then have like a custom story of just a brand new character somewhere else doing whatever, would that make you feel more like connected to whatever was happening?
Yeah, kind of. You know how some of the Dragon Ball Z movies felt like it was just like kind of random, but like necessary.
Mm-hmm.
Like, like BoJack, right?
Broly as well.
You know how like BoJack was just kind of like BoJack was after Gohan was already, Super Saiyan 2 or whatnot. Goku was unavailable, and he had to go handle business. And I thought that was a nice side story because it's just like you can kind of throw whatever you want in there, right? Because it doesn't really like, and that's what I'd like to see out of a game. Like almost where like you make your character, you have your own planet that you're from or something like that.
You have your own villains.
You're traveling in space or whatnot, or like or your world gets attacked or something like that, and they just so happen to be like close to, like your planet just so happens to be close to like the Earth planet or whatnot, and they're worried about being attacked next, so they come to our planet to try to like mitigate from them spreading or bringing that BS to their planet, right? So like I'm in like a hospital or something like that. I get like hurt or something like that, and I end up meeting Goku and all the guys and stuff like that. And they're like, I heard you're the most powerful person on the planet. We wanted to team up with you and take down these. I think that something like that would be pretty hot, right? Because then it's like it allows Dragon Ball Z to kind of pick what time that they want to show up. So if they want to show up in the Super era, or maybe after Frieza in the Z era, or maybe after Boo, where there's Gotenks and stuff like that, just because Gotenks was insane when they were together. So it'd be kind of like if they're trying to put some fun into it and have it like goofy or something like that, maybe something like that where the Z Fighters are out on a mission, but you're at your home planet, almost like your very own Namek.
Jeez, man, you really thought this one out.
I just went off the top of my head, but I just thought it was pretty cool of an idea.
All right, well, Yobi and Kelly want to cancel you. Matt, what are your thoughts on Dragon Ball Sparking Zero?
I gotta be honest, I don't have any thoughts. I'm not. I mean, you're asking the wrong person.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. The last Dragon Ball game I played, I think, was on the PS3. I love the anime. I like the anime, but I shouldn't say I love it, but I really, really like it. And as far as the games are concerned, I feel about them the same way I feel about like the Naruto games. I don't really like the retreads because for me, story is important. So if I'm just going to retread the exact same thing I've already seen via the anime, like I'm not. That's how I found out that I'm not a big DBZ fan because my older brother, he's a DBZ fan. He has all the box sets of Dragon Ball, and he also buys the games. And I'm just like, dude, isn't it like the same story all over again, but like just better graphics or better frames? And he's like, yeah, it's still worth it. And I'm like, okay, cool, man.
Are you
Enjoy
talking about
yourself.
Kai?
But for me, what?
Are you talking about Kai?
Who, me?
Yeah.
What, the last game that I played?
Oh, you're talking about the games. I thought you were talking about the shows.
No. The last game that I played was on PS3. I don't even know which one it was. But yeah. Anyways, Ham, are you going to get Sparking Zero? Because in all this, you were just talking about Xenoverse 2.
Yeah, I'll definitely get it. At when does it come out?
Let me check the article. God damn, this is a long one. We won't know for sure if your wish for Shenron has been granted until we get our hands on Sparking Zero. But everything that we've seen and heard it says shaping up to be the most exciting Dragon Ball game of all time. Nothing.
Okay.
Guess I have to Google it. Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. It's Sparking Zero. When is this one coming out? No date?
You know, I'd like to. I don't know.
Well,
I kind of want to see a Dragon Ball Z game. Like, this sounds insane saying this, right? Because this game didn't get very much love at all.
oh my
But
god.
I wanted.
Ham, pause, Ham. Yobi. It's called hyperbole.
No, we know that
Oh,
they're
that-
just messing around in the chat. I'm not worried about what everybody's saying. Everybody's cool in there.
Alright.
I ain't tripping.
Alright.
Yeah, I know all these fools. They all cool. But anyways, this game didn't get enough love, but I liked how expansive it was without like load screens in between and stuff like that, which was Forspoken. And I would like to see like the level of kind of fidelity and stuff that they tried to bring into that game into a Dragon Ball Z game, and the openness and the different ways to kind of attack and how long some of the battles were in Forspoken. Like some of those battles in Forspoken take a minute. Like,
Is that a good thing or no?
it can be, but it can be a pain in the ass sometimes too. Sometimes you're just under leveled and you're just like feeling the need to fight, and then you get like halfway into the fight and you're just like, geez Louise, I shouldn't have did this.
Real quick, Ham. There's no date for Sparking Zero. I googled it real quick. Yobi also said it in the comments, but all we know is that it's coming in Q4 2024. So last 3 months. Get your wallet ready. So Xenoverse has loading screens, Ham. Is that it?
Sorry, what was that?
Ham? Xenoverse 2 has loading screens, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I was just assumed it was an open world. All right, let's move on from the Dragon Ball, because
Yeah, pretty much
No
all the
offense,
Dragon Ball
man.
Z like
It's
open
just you,
world
though.
or open area games have loading screens like Kakarot does, and I mean Kakarot was a really fun game. I just hated all the little battles that you had to do.
yeah.
Like sometimes those guys would follow you forever, and it's just like kind of not worth the time to fight them sometimes. So it was a little annoying.
All right. Well, we're moving on from this, Ham, because it's pretty much just you and Yobi that are into this whole Dragon Ball thing. Me and Matt, it's cool, right? Like I love the anime more than I love the video games, if I'm being honest. So, yeah. Moving on. It's only fitting someone else handles Baldur's Gate 4. So we're going back to the sex simulator. It's hard to imagine Baldur's Gate without Larian Studios after the monumental success of BG3, winning Game of the Year while ripping the spotlight away from Starfield despite moving its release date to avoid clashing with Bethesda's first tentpole RPG in a decade. But Baldur's Gate didn't start with Larian, and it doesn't have to end with it either. Speaking to GDC yesterday, CEO Sven Vinker, I wonder if he saw the scream. Anyway, Sven Vinker revealed that the future of the series is up to Wizards of the Coast and that Larian has no plans for a sequel or any expansions to Baldur's Gate 3. Unshackled by Dungeons and Dragons, the studio is free to use its newfound reputation and fame to develop something wholly original and without limits. A far more exciting prospect than playing it safe by sticking to the same stuff. Fellas, how we feeling about Baldur's Gate being left to Wizards of the Coast? Matt, you can go ahead. You look more focused than Ham. Ham looks like he's just staring into the camera.
I mean, it's good for Larry, and I know a lot of people are upset, but it's like if they don't want to work on Baldur's Gate, like they did their thing with Baldur's Gate 3, people love it. If they don't want to add to it or do another one, then they're in a position now where they don't have to. They can do what they want to do, whatever it is that may be. They can do it, and that's good for them. And I guess hopefully, what's the other studio's name?
Larian is the studio that made it.
Yeah, but what's the other studio's name that they're giving it to?
No, they're not giving it to a studio.
No, but like it goes back
the IP
to
owner.
Like,
the
Wizards, IP owner.
Wizards of the Coast. Wizards.
Okay, so hopefully they can do something that they can follow it up with something that does Baldur's Gate 3 justice. But it's a good thing for Larian. They could get to do whatever they want to do. Hopefully, their fans enjoy it as much as they enjoyed Baldur's Gate 3.
Did you enjoy Baldur's Gate to the point where if they announced they're going back to Divinity Original Sin or the next Divinity game, right? If they announce that, would you be like, Baldur's Gate was so good, right? Fuck it, I'm just gonna buy it.
What, the next Baldur's Gate or
no,
the Divinity?
Next Larian game. The next Larian game. Whether it's
Did
Divinity
I personally? Me personally.
Yes, you personally.
I don't know. I don't think I can say definitively yes to that. Not because I didn't enjoy Baldur's Gate, because I enjoyed it a lot. I enjoyed what I played of it a lot more than I thought I would have enjoyed it. I got that game with the expectation of like, I'm probably going to ask for a refund on this. And then I played it and I was like, actually, the turn-based combat isn't like,
it's not terrible.
It's not terrible enough to make me want to go like, I don't want to experience the rest of the game. I can push through not liking turn-based combat because everything else about the game is good enough that I want to experience it. Is that good enough for me to be there day one on their next game, regardless of what it is?
No.
I don't know. I have to see what it is.
They're not Rockstar yet.
Yeah, they're not that for me. But
did you get it on PC or console?
I got it on Xbox. I thought about getting it on PC just to play it on Steam Deck, but I ended up getting it on Xbox, just kind of impulse buying it.
As soon as they announced it. Are you one of those people that pre-ordered it?
No, I didn't pre-order it. I got it after it came out, like a few days after it came out, I think.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Yobi, quick question. You said Xenoverse 2 current gen port is coming in May. What's being added in this port? I'm curious. Is it just frames per second? Is that DLC, or is it just the port? They're just adding it there and then whatever. I'm curious. Rachie says they hate money. They love video games. I swear, dude, like these guys, they get it. They understand the soul of gamers. For now, right? Let's give them a couple of years, let them bask in their success and see if they can maintain that. Because there was a time when even Rockstar understood the soul of gamers. And then the money started rolling in, and then 10 years later, still no DLC, no single player DLC, nothing. So yes, Wizards of the Coast are the guys that make card games. That's them. That's them. Ham, you there? Is your audio working? Okay, he's muted. Well, for me, as far as Larian is concerned, I really enjoyed my time in Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't finish it because 2023 was wild. Okay, still a lot of games I still haven't finished. 2023 was wild. 2024 is being even more unforgiving. So I don't know if I'll finish, but I don't regret my time in Baldur's Gate 3. What's this? They understand the souls of gamers. Oh my god. I won't be saying that out loud. Just read the screen for anyone that cares. Read the screen. I won't be saying that out loud. Anyway.
A little bit of bestiality.
Oh my goodness. Yes,
Ugh.
yes.
Thank goodness.
Welcome.
Jeez Louise, that was
Texas.
stupid.
Ham's in Texas. Welcome, Ham. How's your internet?
I don't know why, but my mic switched to like a different headset, and I didn't know where the hell it went to. And yeah. Anyways, I'm back.
All right. Ham, real quick. Xenoverse 2 current gen port is coming in May, according to our trusted Yobi. Legendary Yobi. And they're adding frames, a few graphical improvements, and cross-save. Nothing too serious. Supposedly, people who bought the last gen port will get it free. We will see. So, there you go.
Yeah, I don't know how soon I need to revisit that, but
dude, 2023 was wild.
In a lull, I'm sure I'll check it out. But
when, Ham?
I'm not.
When is this?
But I don't know when the next lull is gonna be. So,
thank you. Jason Patil sums it up perfectly. It's hard being an adult gamer. So many games, so little time. Whew. Anyways, so that was Baldur's Gate 4 not being in the hands of Larian. Ham, how are you feeling about this? Will you still get Baldur's Gate 4? And how are you feeling about Larian going like in another direction? Would you feel like supporting Larian more or supporting Baldur's Gate 4?
What?
Okay, I'm gonna put you in an impossible position. Larian, right, is the developer that made Baldur's Gate 3. They officially said they're not going to work on Baldur's Gate 4. You're with me, right?
Yep.
Okay. 2028, right? For example, Larian's game is launching the same month as Baldur's Gate 4. Which one are you picking?
The new one, because they didn't want to make Baldur's Gate 4.
Okay, so you're going with Larian and not the IP.
Well, if they don't want to do it, why the hell would I want another game from them? I mean, look at what happened with the last season of Parks and Rec. Jesus Christ. Should have just ended the season prior. Like if you know that you ran out of gas, why are you going to try to drive out of town?
Did you ask what was Parks and Rec?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a phenomenal television show.
Oh, it's a TV show, 2009 to 2015.
Yeah.
Phenomenal show.
The last season is
terrible.
The last season is famously bad. Like
It's one of the worst seasons, one of the worst last seasons of any show I've ever watched. But the show itself, was fucking amazing.
Yeah, the show itself is one of my favorite shows
Game
of all
Thrones
time.
bad?
But that last season was just. And what's
Game of
crazy is
Thrones
they had
bad?
all the original characters in the last season. It was just so poorly written.
Yeah, they did really dumb things with all the characters. I can't speak on Game of Thrones because I never watched Game of Thrones, so I can't speak on it. I know it sounds like
believe that. I still
sounds like it. It's not that I don't want to. It's just like I never. When it came out, I didn't get swept up in the hype for it, and it's so far past when it released. I don't know if I'm gonna go back and watch it. Quite honestly, but yeah, Parks and Rec last season. Point being, it was dog shit. It was very terrible. It was bad.
It was embarrassing.
Yes, it was. It was not.
You guys are really pissed off about this TV show. I'm curious. I'm curious to watch it now.
They made like the two main characters. They chose like the dumbest possible outcomes. The outcome that made, if you watch the show, makes absolutely no sense. They chose that outcome for the show, and it's just
the first season of Parks and Rec is even kind of rough, but at least it's funny.
Yeah, it's very. I feel like the first, to me, and I know you probably feel different because I know Office is your favorite show. I feel like the first season of Parks is very much the first season of Office. It's like rough around the edges, but it's funny, and that's the whole point of it.
Yeah.
It has heart.
It's like I see where they're going with this, but that's something.
Yeah, wasn't good. Well, the last season.
I thought the first season of The Office was good. I thought the first season of Parks and Rec was pretty good too, though.
It was.
I just like once I got into season 2, I was like, all right, we're cooking.
Yeah, there's a big leap once you get to season 2. You should watch a show sometime, Luke. I think you probably would like it.
Yeah.
If you like Office, if you like The Office.
Oh yeah, The Office was hilarious.
Yeah.
Wait, which one? Which one? The English, the British one?
Both of
They're
them are
both
great.
funny. They're both
of them are great. Yeah.
Between the two, which one do you think is best?
I think the first season of the English Office is better than the first season of the American Office. I think the American Office is probably, for most people, the more iconic show.
Yeah,
I agree.
For me, it's weird, but I prefer the American one. I know it was like a remake or whatever, but I prefer the American.
I just felt like Steve Carell he nailed it. And Dwight and Jim, they just nailed their characters so well.
Killed it.
Like if I were to see them, any of them in person, I would think of their character before I thought of who they actually are, which I can't say that with too many people.
Yeah. They became those characters.
Oh yeah, man. Like you'd really think that that's who Michael Scott really is. Like after watching what was it, like 7 seasons of him, until he stopped for season 8 and Andy became the manager.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dwight was
now you're making
iconic as hell, though. Those goddamn beats, man.
You guys are making me want to rewatch The Office. That's what messes up.
Watch Parks, then rewatch The Office.
That's what messes up me watching the shows in my backlog. Rewatching awesome stuff from.
Oh man, I'm such a victim of that myself.
Yeah. Let's focus on watching new stuff, guys. Just like video games. Just like video games. Instead of attacking the backlog, I'll restart Metal Gear.
Dude, I literally could be watching Game of Thrones or Sopranos. Never seen Sopranos, really. But here I am. I'm rewatching Lost.
So good.
I'm rewatching Lost for like the fucking 20th time.
I won't judge you.
Sopranos is so good.
Yes.
Like, as a matter of fact, I'm watching that probably tonight. Because I'm about halfway into the first season of The Sopranos for like my third rewatch.
That's wild.
And it's just all the stuff Tony goes through, and then like, man, his daughter in the show, she ends up being fine. I enjoyed watching her come up. She's older than me.
I don't think that ending was on purpose.
No.
I don't think it was on purpose.
The ending
I don't think it was planned. You know what I mean?
Was a pretty. It was what you would expect.
You think they planned that ending?
Kind of. I feel like he also had health issues, so.
Yeah, I don't quite remember what happened at the time, but I remember there was some other like external factors that made it like.
I think there's a money issue as well.
Yeah, they had to force it. It wasn't like organic.
But I know James Gandolfini or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
That dude was super dope. Apparently, he was like a really good guy on set, from what I hear. I mean, I'm not in the movie industry, so I don't know, but I hear that he was an amazing guy on and off set. That man looked like a goddamn goddamn mobster monster. He looked like.
Yeah, he's definitely sold the look.
What the hell, guys? I'm seeing something that is just. I'm sending it to you guys, because if I try to describe it live, share? No, we cannot share it. We cannot.
Can't just throw it up on the screen.
No, no, and no, it's not Diddy. All right.
I thought it was.
It's not. Certain. It's not. Just check your DMs. It's. I think in the.
Wow.
In the pursuit of going anti-woke, I think people are going way to the other side. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I think there's a healthy.
There's always two sides.
Yeah, like I think there's a healthy middle ground, but people are just going like all the way to one side or the other.
Yeah,
but
that's
they're
a
both
little
wrong.
Too much to show on the screen. I agree.
They're both wrong. We need to find a healthy middle ground, guys. Like, don't hate everything that is woke, but also don't hate everything that is not woke. Just look for good stuff. You know what I mean?
Just enjoy the things you enjoy. I don't know what the whole point of that post is there, but hey.
Yeah, I don't understand the reason. I don't understand the need for that. I'm all good on that one. What are we doing here?
We're just hanging out.
We're about to do our outros. We're about to do our outros. That's what we're about to do. It is. What is it?
Yeah, it is time to do the outros. I need to get out of here.
No, hold on. It's 2 a.m. my time. Almost 3 hours on. Seriously, when you're enjoying yourself, this is what happens.
Pretty sure it's 7 p.m. in Texas.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Matt, do your outro. I'm not doing the full screen thing. All right. Don't shoot me. Do your outro. Tell people where
I wasn't gonna shoot you.
I would've.
Yeah. Well, Ham would've. There you go.
It's on site when I see you.
Oh my goodness.
So you can find me on Twitter at Matt Likes Games. You can obviously find me here, not normally today, but today's a special occasion. I got invited on, so I hopped on. But like normally here, Fridays 4 p.m. Eastern for bullsitting. Over on my channel, Matt Likes Games, videos every Monday. And Friday, the L3R3 podcast, Mondays at 8 p.m. And then Wednesdays, it's me and Ham for the Two Player Podcast at 2 p.m. Eastern. So that is where you can find me.
All right. And Ham, sorry, real quick. Behind them sticks is what time Eastern?
8 o'clock.
8 p.m. Eastern. All right. Ham, anything you want to say before we do the outro?
I got Link coming on this Thursday for Behind Them Sticks. I'm figuring out what I'm doing with all of the. I'm currently working on getting all the media transferred to my phone right now, so then I can transfer it to my computer, because transferring it to my computer, I don't know, there's certain files that's not reading properly, so I have to kind of do a weird little kind of back end route, I guess, to it, because I know that it will work on my phone, and I know I can transfer it through I know I could probably transfer it through OneDrive or something like that to bring it back to my computer to share. But I'm figuring out what I'm doing with that, so then I could share some of the information I got from PAX with everybody. And then, yeah, I'm pretty much back on the regular schedule for everything. So, you know, bullsitting, Behind Them Sticks, the Lowdown, crossover, Matt show on Wednesday with the Player Podcast. So.
Eastern.
And then K Mega show on Fridays. This Friday we're not doing K Mega show. So that's kind of the heads up. He has some things that he needs to take care of. I don't remember the gist of it in particular, but I know he's taking a week off.
All right, the crossover is at what time Eastern?
2:30 Eastern.
2:30 Eastern. All right, is that all? Can I?
Yep, that is all I got to say right now.
All right. Thank you so much for watching the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. Our weekly schedule is as follows. Sundays, Loke's Gaming Log is a podcast where I decompress from the week in gaming at 2100 Central African time. Figure that one out.
Man, nobody knows what time that is. Look, it's not a real time.
It is cool. It's not a real place.
This guy's in the military. I don't know what he's talking about.
And
just saying numbers and shit.
And
Mondays,
throw out some latitude and longitude as well.
Right? What's your location?
Mondays are for the crossover, 2:30 Eastern, where Ham Solo and K Mega discuss Xbox related stuff and more. Tuesdays, me and Ham Solo duke it out in a quickfire discussion centering on video game news on the Lowdown at 5 p.m. Eastern. Wednesdays, we're off on TSWS, but Ham Solo does feature on Matt Likes Games channel for the two-player podcast at 2 p.m. Eastern on Matt Likes Games channel. Again, Matt Likes Games. Did I mention that Matt licks games? Did I mention that? Anyway, Thursdays are headlined by Behind Them Sticks at 8 p.m. Eastern, where Ham Solo introduces people in and around gaming that you may or may not know, to try and positively bring people together. Ham, who's coming on this week again?
Link.
Plug. Link. Is it Link or Blink?
Link with an L.
Link. All right. Fridays is the hangout we've coined bullsitting, featuring Cozy Beluga, Matt Likes Games, Ham Solo, myself, and a special guest or two to discuss the week's big gaming happenings, handing out gaming vouchers to the most prolific people in the chat, and seeing what Cozy Beluga will eat or drink live on stream. This happens at 4 p.m. Eastern every Friday. Thank you for tuning in to the Lowdown on TSWS Gaming. We hope you had as much fun watching as we did talking gaming. If you enjoyed the podcast, smash the like button. If you didn't like the video, smash the like button, because the algorithm does not care. We all know this. Share this pod with your friends and enemies, because views are views regardless of intention. Also, subscribe to our channel for more gaming content. Thank you.